Nope.
Oh shit! Oh shit! Oh
Nope.
shit! Oh shit! Oh shit!
Nope.
Oh shit!
Nope. Oh shit! I'm dead for sure.
Go to the samples.
What's that? I grabbed these samples.
Right. Get me in. Give me a real gun. If you have one up.
Come on, come
Negative
on.
7 minutes.
Sucker. Yeah, we had our guy do the same thing. We didn't have as large operation as you guys did, but we had that. We had one out in H8, dude. We crafted so much fucking plastanium from that. It was it was nuts, dude. We crafted like 380 plus 140. That's 520 plus like another, I don't know, 160. So like 680, which is a lot for us. That's a lot for us.
No, that's a lot for us.
That's
That'd
a
be a
lot
lot
for
for us
anybody,
too.
yeah.
Yeah, that's a lot.
I was about to say maybe we can work out a trade, some spice for some plastanium.
Or we can just go out and do a run together.
That's true.
Cause like, dude, it was fucking empty. We had is Black Fly in your guild? No.
Yeah.
Yes. So Black Fly and Red Sky were out there. Then her computer took a shit. They were out there with us, and so they had to go.
Yeah, she wanted you to know that she was sorry about that.
Sorry for what, dude? Her computer took a shit. It's fine. I'm sorry they couldn't stay, because we were shuttling back and forth. Like, we built like 20 chests, 20 small chests, plus in the PvE section we had like, I don't know, 6 large storage chests and then another fucking row of small ones. Everything was full. Everything was full. Like, it took a couple hours just to ferry it from the PvP to the PvE and then back to our Haga. It took a long time. It was, dude, it was a good haul. And we were able to build I was talking to Blackfly about it last night, actually. Early this morning, he hit me up. We built an advanced survival fabricator, which is kind of a piece of shit, by the way. Like like the standard one. Yeah, it's dumb.
I was gonna say it'll help with late game resources. Like when you're making your transport and your crawler, you can make some of those resources at that advanced survival fabricator.
Yeah, that's what we did. Not for our carrier, but we needed advanced machinery.
Yeah.
And I had found 10, or I had 10 over the course of like, I think everything I'd done in PvP thus far, like on ground PvP. We bought 16 off the marketplace because it was only 1,000. It was 999 per, but we still needed 14 more. So we're like, okay, between all the spice we had, obviously we had enough to craft the advanced survival, and then I had to go out into Haga and stop at a couple small spice blows and get like 15 more melange, which is like at where we're at with the small refinery. It's 100 spice sand for every 1 melange, and for each one of those blows, you can get like those small little ones. You can get like 470, 490, maybe a little over 500. Anyway, so it took a little bit to get that. Then we took, but once we had the advanced survival, we had what we needed between the regular complex machinery and whatever else to craft the remaining advanced machinery, and that's how we got our large ore refinery. Now, Blackfly, I didn't post it to him, but I know you guys were wondering, or somebody was wondering. He did say you guys had built one. Is that true?
Yes. A large ore refinery?
Yeah,
Yes.
Yeah.
Yep.
that's dope. I got. Let me see if I still have it.
Do you want to fly this?
Here
I
we go.
can, yeah.
Yeah, you can fly it if you want to.
Well, yeah, let me
Leave your friends
Fucking
behind.
yours.
throw that in my
Oh.
pocket and fill up the leader drums, and I will fly that back to base.
Cool. I can fly. Did you
I
bring a
got-
scout or an assault?
I brought a scout.
Okay, no worries.
Yeah, yeah.
Who's
Let
this?
me
This
get-
one? Is this yours? This white one?
That's mine.
Bassett, we might want to utilize your help when it's time to. Well,
Dude,
honestly, probably don't need it. Actually,
I'll come just for the fun of it. I don't care. I'm not doing
We just
anything.
we just gotta run to H8 to get, or is it H6 now? Did you move it to H6?
Yeah, there's not
H6
much
to get the
there.
buggy.
Yeah, to get our buggy.
Yeah, not a
I
problem.
I just realized, like, oh wait, it would drop, wouldn't it? Like, if we tore the buggy down, those buggy parts would drop, wouldn't they? If we died.
Yeah, no. Yeah, but
No,
we should
why'd
just,
put
it
the
would if
chest
we
back.
died.
Put the chest
Oh,
back, or I'm gonna kick you in the
sorry.
ball.
Sorry,
I told you, don't fucking.
sorry, I
put the
forgot.
So the processing times on the large are a little better. They're
Yeah.
10 seconds better on aluminum and plastinium.
But also, you have to use less resources too. So it's like 4 titanium instead of 6.
Right.
Which is nice.
Exactly.
Right.
A third less. So
Now,
that adds up quite a bit.
when the Coriolis storm's not till tomorrow, right?
Well,
8 hours.
Like in, 8 hours, 9 hours.
Oh, really?
Yeah.
I see.
Storm warning.
Yeah, I'm just hopping in now.
Nate, did you
Yeah.
take a fucking chunk out of the bottom of the base?
What chunk? I don't see a
Like
chunk.
A chunk.
like fucking removed one of the walls.
I took
or
the
whatever?
spice. Yeah, I took the spice out. I took the spice refinery out. Yeah.
There's like a chunk right over there that just flew right down the hole.
Oh yeah, I did that.
right now. I just fucking completely missed and went right down the hole. Ah, fuck.
Be careful. This is a construction now zone, so your
Right.
safety is not assured.
Alright. I'm gonna get this thing out of here. The nice.
Well, I got most of the fucking generators already. That was quick.
Yeah.
Did you see
Oh,
the
there's Hold on. Be careful with that, because I'm taking down the windmills. We're gonna lose power if you take down all of them.
There's no power being used right
but
now.
we don't
It
need
says
any power right now.
275 actually.
The what?
If you look at the FIF, you can see how much power is being used.
275.
There's
We got
no
a
way.
big
it's-
Is
ass
it the-
finish shield on this damn thing, dude.
Yeah,
It's
the
probably
picture shows you right. Yeah.
probably from the water cisterns, yeah.
No, I
Our
don't think
systems
you're taking
don't
all
use no power.
Yeah.
It's like
It's the Pinter shield.
Yeah, that's fine. We don't care about the pincher shield.
No, not right now. We just got.
We're
the
only
carrier
using
out of here.
216 power out of 1013.
Yeah, we can get rid of a lot. Yeah.
Yeah. We're fine.
I'm assuming you guys saw the whole we're changing around in game.
A little
Thing?
bit, yeah, I read the post.
Yeah.
Like
I don't mind
adding
it.
PvE areas to
Yeah,
the desert.
yeah.
That's fine. Whatever.
Yeah, I think it's cool. It's fine.
I mean, I think it sucks for like the PvPers, but I mean, the Funcom is going to have to do one thing to keep the player base high, and they need to have a high player base to keep the game
Exactly.
exciting. But at the same time,
To be honest.
well, yeah, but the whole reason why that you need a large player base is for the PvPers. But if you now start like lessening the reasons for the PvPers to play the game, because it's like, all right, well, if you don't want a PvP, then there's no fighting, so I can only PvP against other people that want a PvP. You just have to make sure that population stays high, so that they have those PvPers. Because, like, I mean, if you think about it, there's probably only like 10, 15% of the player base that's PvP.
Right. Right.
Well, I mean, realistically, you put specific things that you get from PvP to entice people PvPing.
But
Yeah,
there's
Well, that's kind of what they have done, and people have bitched about it.
Yeah.
So now they're changing it.
There's-
So,
I feel like they're not changing it. Like, okay, if I'm like half and half PvE, right? But like, just the spice craters alone are gonna make me go into the PvP zones. I mean, now if I'm a solo player, that's a little different. I don't need a spice crater. You know what I mean? But as a group, I'm not PvP focused, but I'm going to the spice craters, even if they're in the PvP zones.
and that's true
And the
because
different zones, you know what I mean?
yeah, and it does take a lot of resources to make those tier 6
Yeah.
weapon. Even if they get like the recipe to make it, like if they're still, because like I think I remember hearing, I think it was you zombie. It was someone was talking about there's not gonna be craters in the PvE area, probably. So like, yeah, it means you're still gonna spend a long time getting the spice you need to make
I
that
feel
shit.
like
Who's
those,
assaulted?
those PvE zones will help solo players more than anything. And I think that's the people those PvPers shouldn't be killing on Monday. You know what I mean? Because that's not fun.
well, I think what it based
I need
on
somebody to come over here and pick up the rest of these resources for this big windmill.
Yeah, I got you.
Please.
what I read, the way I read it was that there's going to be PvE sections of the deep desert, but those spice craters will be PvP zones. So like within the PvE areas, the big spice blows will still happen, but those will be PvP zones. Now, based on the way I read it, I could be wrong. And what I was thinking is like, okay, so you could it's a good thing and a bad thing, right? Like you can challenge for a spice blow, but let's say you're getting your ass kicked, you can just run into the PvE zone and they can't shoot you.
The way I read it, the way it read to me is that they're
Hey,
going
man,
to
it's a
have
construction
actual
zone, dude.
spice areas for PvE only. It's not going to be a PvP area. They're going to have spice for PvE only.
Hey,
Dude, it's
Strom,
Indiana
is
Jones.
this your assault on top of Nate's base?
No,
Is this name?
That's fine. That's fine.
because they're not wanting to force PvE players to have to PvP if they don't want to.
Yeah. And I think it's good, especially for like solo players to go to those zones. But I think there's enough solo players that even the spice in those PvE zones will be competitive.
Right.
Oh, I'm sure. Yeah,
But-
you're going to have a million people swarming them like crazy.
And so I
You
think
can't
it's
even
still
find
gonna,
them.
yeah. So I think it's still gonna be like the PvP zones are still gonna be incentivized, but you're just gonna have a little bit of a safety net. And that's what they mentioned. They mentioned like if you don't want to fight and you're trying to flee, then you should be able to get away. And I sort of agree with that, you know. And so I think that will help.
Yeah, it'll prevent the quote unquote toxic side.
Yeah, that's what I think. But we'll see. You know, this is all theory. We'll see
Yeah.
how it pans out.
Yeah. Well, do you guys need me? Do you want me to come? Or are you guys heading out to H6 or H8 or wherever your base is?
None of those other bases really have anything of substance besides the one that's over there by F2, I think.
No, we
That
need.
Oh, we
fucking
need the
file
buggy.
went ham.
Yeah, we need the buggy from H6.
It has
Yeah,
the.
You got
Ours-
a carrier. I mean, you're the one that's gonna have to go get that.
No. We're gonna tear it down and carry it
Yeah,
on
Here,
us. We're not gonna do that.
Gotcha.
Yeah.
Do you want me to come?
You can if you want.
All right.
If you wanna like escort us with the buggy parts, that'd be great. We can't kill them.
Okay. Give me a second. I just
Dude,
want
I
to.
mean, we can carry the buggy parts on us. I almost say just run in with fucking boosters and they can't touch us.
Oh yeah, that's true. That is true. Just go boosters and no storage. Yeah.
So I mean, it's up to you. If you want to come with us, you're more than welcome to come with us.
Yeah, I
think it's
wanna
literally just
come.
gonna be us flying over there and then flying back.
Yeah, I want to come. Fuck it. I'm not doing shit. I want to have some
I mean, I'll
fun.
hit up some crash ships on the way if we see some.
What I really want to do is do some more ground PvP.
Oh, I know. And I mean, like, I'm down to like do some like dueling. We could definitely do like siege hopping and go to PvP areas and do some dueling.
I would
I'm
prefer.
sitting here waiting for Chess. I'll be back. I'm gonna go smoke.
What I would, I mean, I'm dueling. I like. There's no offense for dueling. I just don't really give a shit about it. What I do care about is getting like uniques and fucking. I'd rather go to testing stations
So
and
you don't care about
shipwrecks.
the PvP, you just care about like the loot.
I care about the PvP, but I don't care about. I really. I want to kill people, but I don't want to duel for the sake of dueling. You know that doesn't. That's just. Now, and how does dueling work? Can you use your abilities, or is it just a sword?
Yeah. No. Well, I mean, yeah, we use abilities.
Yeah, we're just not in a party, and so we're
Right.
pretty much just like enemies in the PvP zone.
I see.
That's just a good way because I found that like I don't know, this game isn't intuitive when it comes to fighting. Like it's not like a first-person shooter where it's like, all right, cool, point, shoot at this guy.
Yeah. No, it's definitely a lot more nuanced. Like I've changed my build so many times just based on watching other people play along or watching, little clips of YouTube videos along with my own experience. It's like I was using the gravity grenade on the trooper to potentially slow down melee players. But then I was watching how effective I was watching somebody else play and how effective the explosive grenade is in terms of the amount of damage it can do. And I don't know which is better, maybe neither of them, but like that build I was rocking with you guys yesterday is what I'm going to continue to use until I either come to a conclusion that it's shit or it's not shit.
Oh, for sure.
But I've reached a point where levels are fucking hard to get, bro.
What level are you?
I think like 167 or 168.
Yeah, that's where I am. And yeah, I mean, yeah, it's just a lot of just playing.
Yeah.
You'll get there eventually, but it's not as easy as it used to be when it was like, oh, one quest done, or one contract done level.
Yeah.
Contract done level.
I know.
All right, cool.
I've like run out of fucking contracts.
Now they say that they're gonna add more contracts.
Oh, they will. They will.
So
But I mean, like, I want new levels today, and there's not, there's not a lot left to do.
no, this isn't mine right now. It's not mine.
Have you been doing like the contract board contracts as well?
Yeah, I did them all, dude. I did them all.
Jeez.
Yeah, they're not. Those are like. I thought of those as like what most games consider contracts. Where they're just random like quests to do for some money in XP, and that they would like reset every day or whatever. I didn't realize the contracts were just quests basically.
Now I'm heading to your base in B7, right?
Yeah.
Okay.
Oh shit, if that's the case. Oh yeah, I think it's in my phone. Yeah, I think we're just trying to clear out this base and then we'll be ready to go.
Okay, no problem. Like I said, I'm not really doing anything anyway. There's nothing left to do that I want to do besides go to the deep desert and get spice or fucking get resources or kill people or get killed.
Do I want to take my assault with storage so that I can tear down that base and get all those mats from my base?
What match do you have outside of granite?
Well, I'm doing plastone.
Oh, I see.
A tradie stuff,
Yeah.
which is not too hard to farm. Especially since there's a bunch of it now by my new base, I'll be able to get it pretty quick. This should be well, I don't know, all that water though. The water's the fucking. That's why I was like, hey, does anybody want some water? Like, I'm gonna just destroy this, and if the water's gone, I guess the water's gone. But if you guys want it, it's there.
Yeah, we're trying to
What, all
Yeah,
these
I can
water
carry, like,
cisterns?
80 at a time.
Yeah.
Yeah, as of now, there's no access anyway.
Oh, for you? Yeah.
Yeah, which is fine. I don't need any water, dude. I thought you were saying it was, like, the water was open now.
I mean, you're free to have some water.
no, you definitely take it. Like, we'll make it open to you.
Yeah.
I have.
This one on the far right is public.
Okay. Well, I have a total liter John full plus half of another, but I'll take one drink just to be hospitable, and it tasted good, so I appreciate you guys. Let me have a drink.
When we go to put in that base out there, maybe we should make like a little, oh, what do you want to call it, a waiting area or something like that that has access to guests and shit.
Oh yeah, yeah, we definitely could do that. That'd be cool.
That is one way to do it. Yeah. Now. Yeah. I think
Boom.
we should partition it with the electric field walls because they can't break them. All right, buddy. All right.
Hold up. There we go. I want on.
So, you know, I was thinking, there's a way that you can use those pentashields, right? And the only way to destroy them is to destroy the block that's next to them that's holding them up, right?
Right.
There's ways to put those up, and there's no walls to destroy.
Yeah, I feel like I've gotten that.
Because you can put the walls up in the builder, like, not build them, and it still counts it, and you can build the pentashields, and then wouldn't that make it an indestructible entry?
Wait.
Because they can't destroy those shields, and they can't destroy the walls that are next to them because there's no walls.
Usually, maybe.
Hey, do we need
Oh my
this
gosh,
chest
there's
still?
so much water.
I don't think we need this chest. Demolished.
Yeah, that's fine. You can demolish it, I guess. Fucking. I didn't realize we had so much water left still.
Yeah, I've been fucking back and forth. It's a lot.
Pixel's been transporting the shit out of it.
Right, what's over there?
Actually, heading back for another load right now.
Oh, sorry. Did I do that?
Yeah, you did.
My bad. Oh shit!
Yo.
Oh, that was the beast. That was
Love the
Wait,
water.
wait.
I'm writing it down. I'm writing it down, dude.
I caught it.
We don't need to worry about picking up any more water now. We're good.
Shit, man. I'm sorry. Fuck. Well, I'm glad I did that before we got the spice, large spice we find around.
Are we-
Jack, did you like break it down?
It's it's
Yeah,
gone.
he pulled the Jenga block. It came down
But-
like a Jenga tower.
Dude, is that where all the stuff is for the? Because I would hate to lose all that shit
I think so. I think I got
For
it all.
for the cisterns.
Yeah, I think I got
Yeah,
it
let's
all.
look around because that's a lot of resources. I'm surprised you could carry that all on you.
I got like 75 aluminum, so that covers one of the big ones.
Yeah, but aren't they 45 a piece? Oh yeah. Oh, the aluminum. Yeah, but I'm talking about the
Yeah.
aluminum. Those medium ones were like 45 aluminum a piece. So.
But they're half off out here too.
Oh, that's right. So 22. So how much do you have of that?
I don't have any aluminum. I just got durable.
Fuck.
I don't see any
We took out a lot of aluminum though, so we'll see.
I don't see any like those drops anywhere around here.
Yeah.
Probably like halfway up the mountain somewhere.
Like bugged into the mountain.
So, Nate, like one of the levels on your base, my base could fit inside of.
Yeah. I kind of went overboard. I was like, last time I didn't build enough, so I wasn't gonna make that mistake again.
Yep, you got plenty of room for activities.
Yeah.
You
Step
made a base
brothers.
bigger than the base you were in.
Oh yeah. Oh yeah.
By a lot, yeah.
Not a little base. Yeah, I could probably fit like 4 or 5 of those into this base.
Little base? Mother, you've seen the little soapbox that I'm still climbing around in.
Yeah, well, that's because we're 2 different types of gamers.
Form over function ass.
Oh no, I'm just a gamer, and you're not really a gamer.
Like that entry area that you came into online, Nate, now has like a gazebo over it.
Oh hell yeah!
And I added in-cap entry areas to hide the pentashields on the end.
Nice.
It doesn't
yeah,
look
some
like
ideas
a
for
fucking
future.
pancake food.
Nothing left
Well.
over here, is there?
Well, I'm gonna just shine a light and see if I can see anything. Alright, just stay there and be in the way.
I looked, dude. I didn't see shit.
That's a lot of aluminum.
Yeah, no.
I mean, it's not. I mean, it's like.
There's a couple
get it
nodes of
back.
aluminum ore right there.
I also have like 150 cooked up at my place if you just need some more.
I didn't see anything, but that's not saying it's not there. It probably glitched into the fucking mountain, bro.
Yeah, probably. Or wait, hang on. I don't have any. Damn. I got steel. I got 99 steel. Is it steel? Maybe? No, it's definitely.
The medium ones.
Yeah.
Oh, okay. Well, then maybe I do it. Okay. I thought I used aluminum for the middle one and then duraluminum for the.
Appreciate the follow. Thank you so much.
Oh, okay. So then I have the resources.
I got 200. That big.
All right. So let me get the assault back. And then is the F6 base or the H6 base? Is that made out of plastone or granite?
I think right.
Okay. I'm just gonna take this guy.
How you doing?
It's just a little shit shack.
Hey, oh shit. Forgot it right.
It ain't
Yeah,
very
let me
big.
get up and dive. I'll dive so that you stay on.
No, it's fine. It's fine. I'm pretty good. I have my ship on me
Just
too.
give you permission to get you inside.
Dude, I like riding on the outside. Lets anybody see. Don't fuck with me. Don't fuck with us. You said you're gonna go back to your Haga though?
Yeah, I'm gonna drop this shit off, and then I'm gonna get my scout out here.
Okay.
Take it to the buggy, and then we'll be ready to go.
All right.
Just like 3 minutes. Okay.
When you get here, Nate, I'm gonna need you to throw down another storage container
Okay.
over here by where the building materials are.
Oh shit. I'm boosting while I'm zoning. I'm boosting. Alright. So funny. They definitely look like the ornithopters definitely look like flies when there's like a bunch of them.
What the fuck?
Yeah.
I just found 41 insulated fabric in one chest.
Hell yeah.
Where are you at?
It's somewhere in the sandbars area.
Oh, Haga. You're in Haga.
Yeah.
Okay.
Kala Cavern area on the far left.
I see.
Oh man.
It was like, I was getting a little upset because I wasn't finding any insulated fabric. I was like, man, I'd love to make a couple more decaliterdrons. And then, that chest existed.
Her shit, zombie can fuck put one down. That's full, zombie.
Okay.
I got one coming right now. Oh, this is a medium one. Oh wait, I don't want to put this down. This is going to use those resources. I don't have the aluminum ingot for the
Yeah, I got it.
medium. That big one is big though.
Yeah, we could make the big one.
Dude.
I'll put a big one down. Yeah, there we go.
Dude, this thing has double doors, man. Look at that shit.
Hey Nate, you want to go for a ride? Hop in that thing.
I know, right? Dude, I feel like this is what you should be able to carry on the carrier for like extra storage.
Literally.
Now the carrier can pick up a scout, right? Carrier, it could conceivably
Yeah.
pick one up.
No, it does. Like we
And
tried
an
it,
assault.
which I think I thought that wasn't allowed, but I guess.
They can pick up a scout and an assault. Yeah, it's crazy. All right, I'm gonna go eat. I'll be back.
All right. Sounds good.
Should I just move all the materials out of that medium into the big one? I think they'll fit.
Yeah, I'm down to help you, Tread. I'll help you with that. I'm sorry, Cass, it'll be just a few more minutes.
It's not a problem, dude. I'm at one of these crash ships, seeing what I can get. Out here in the DD, just messing around, seeing what I can find.
Have you been in Deep Desert yet, dude?
Yeah, a couple times.
Nice. Pretty big,
Once
huh?
was in your.
Oh, that's right. That's right. You came in the Scout. That was your first time flying.
Goddamn right, I came in that scout.
Nah, storm doesn't hit
Yeah,
yet.
this one's empty.
It hits in about like 7-8 hours.
It's not full yet.
By the way, Brownbeard hits in about 8
Yeah,
hours.
this
Here's the
just
red,
now.
that's something. That's
Right,
yes.
Did I get everything out of this?
Yeah, don't believe. You have to leave your Jones in here.
I guess I did.
Yeah, that's fine.
Yeah, that's when it goes down.
Put fuel cells in here. You can put the bodies in this one too, so all the water stays together. Hang on, I'll do it this way. Oh, that's right. I forgot.
I cheat, man. I used my scout to move it back and forth.
Yeah, no, that's the way to do it. I just remembered that.
I'm gonna go out to the deep desert and check out the F2 base. I think that's where it's at.
Okay.
Because that's the other one that was kind of built up. The files went ham on that thing, and it's full of shit.
Well, if Tass sits up for it, take him with you, so that way.
Yeah. Where are you going? F2? I'm in D8 right now, just kind of flying around. So I can go to... Let's see.
Actually, I'm coming into. I think I still have the booster.
So I'm heading to
Yeah,
F2,
I
right?
got 150 aluminum ore, so.
Oh yeah.
I'm heading to F2 right now. That's cool. Shit, I'm muted. I'm heading to F2 right now. That's cool.
Yeah.
All right.
Pick a friend.
No, he is. He's going with Strom. He is a friend.
Well, I'm in a different area than he is.
Oh. They'll meet there eventually.
Yeah,
Let me...
there's not a lot of people out here. At least nothing I can see right now.
Most people are breaking down bases.
Yeah.
Are you out here with us, Pixel?
I'm not.
All right.
Just do some base
Then
maintenance.
I'm gonna kick you from the party and invite Tacit so that way
Yep,
you can
yep.
see where Strom is. Oh wait, never mind. I can't do that because I'm not the party leader.
Ooh, I can
Zombie.
leave the party and you should be able to add him, yeah?
Maybe.
Only the party leader can.
Welcome,
Yeah, I was
Brown
gonna
Bird.
say, I think
Thanks
it's-
for the
I
follow.
guess let's find out. Let's see. Yeah, I can.
Brown Beard, thank you for the follow. Thank you so much, bro.
Yeah, what I
Thank
could
you,
do is I
thank
could
you.
just
We-
everybody leave. and
Yeah,
then invite
start a
zombie
new
afterwards.
party.
Yeah, I'll do that.
Yeah, fuck that zombie guy.
Hey, Strom, leave the party.
I don't want to leave the party, man.
Come on, leave the party. You know you want to. That's a boring party, anyways.
I'm out of it.
All right. Sent you the invite, Strom, and Tacit you the invite. I'm gonna go fucking kill Zombie. He's not in my party anymore. Come here, bitch.
I don't see either of you guys.
Well, you won't. Are you in the deep desert?
I am.
Yeah, you won't see anybody in.
Oh,
until you get into the Zame.
I see. I see.
Yo,
And even then, you may not see them because it's kind of buggy.
Yeah.
somebody's flashing me for a reason.
Oh no. I just kicked you from the party, so I was trying to kill you, but I can't kill you.
Alright. I just looked at my computer screen and saw me getting slashed. Thought you guys knew. But I'm
No.
back.
Damn, what did you eat? It must have been fast.
No, he's not done eating. He just thought that we needed him because he saw me
Oh.
slashing him.
He was eating tube steak.
The tube snake boogie, dude? Is that what he was doing?
Yeah, he was eating hot dogs a long way.
I see.
Everyone bite without teeth.
Why hell, I've never seen him swallow them whole.
Well, at least they fixed the issue with the freaking logging in faster, so that way we don't have to fucking push off the DD shit today.
Now, the storm, you said it's going to hit what time Eastern? It's going to hit, you said, like at 8 hours?
Yeah, it's
It
8
keeps
hours.
giving you an apex warning. Once that apex warning hits 0, then that's when it hit.
I haven't seen that warning at all. Like, I haven't gotten a single message about the storm coming.
I have, but it's really hit and miss. It's not like it's supposed to be, I don't think.
Well, I think it needs to be changed because the whole calling it a large storm, like they call every other storm, is just kind of annoying because I keep on thinking. Now, granted, I know that they stop storms during this time, so like it's the only storm that could happen, but
I'm now in F3, so I'm not far.
Yeah, I'm about to hit that base that we got out here.
Damn, dude, there's mad fucking titanium out here. Your boy might stop right here. There's a lot of this shit. Yo, you should come to where I'm at, dude. I can't even take it all. Maybe you don't need it, don't want it, but I do.
I'm
yeah.
hyper focused on getting this shit done so I can do stuff like that.
Yeah, I'll be there. I'll be there in just a second. I actually can't carry very much, but what I can carry, I will. But if you guys need me to carry any buggy parts or anything, I can do that too. Yeah, literally got 2 nodes. That's it. But
Shit,
I
there was a couple, like 2,000 spice out here.
Is that what Defile said? Did we get raided?
No, it didn't get raided. It's still up out here.
appreciate the follow. Thank you so much.
Well, I want to say that this has changed, or Defiled has added a wall or something that wasn't here before.
Defiled has defiled it.
Welcome, Lucum. Thanks for the follow.
He defiled it.
I wonder if he put the chest with the spice behind a wall.
Well, no, I
Luke,
found
thank you for
spice.
Oh, you did.
Luke, thank you for the follow. Thank you for the follow.
Like there was more area
Appreciate
down
it.
here than there is now.
Sorry, I had to make sure I was muted. Oh, look at the worm.
So either he reinforced the bottom layer. It's a weird setup. I mean, it's something different. Like he has the fief hidden, so like I couldn't even give tacit access. Unless there's a way you can do it through the menu.
Well, right now it's bugged, so you can't. But you can try. But it's going into the player menu and then finding him.
I'm in
His permissions.
F2, by the way.
Options when you click on him.
There is a base out here. It's kind of sitting on top of a rock.
Or if you're standing next to him, I'm pretty sure it's one of the interact options too.
I'm in F2. Oh, there you are. There's Strom. I have arrived.
Oh, so yeah, it did give you access to it, but I can't give you. I don't know. Yeah.
I'm just gonna hang out and see if anybody's doing anything out here. There's not really much I can do, right?
Yeah, not really.
That's cool. Should have brought my goddamn storage. I could have went and got some more titanium. Yeah, Luke, appreciate the follow again, bro. Thank you.
Somebody's vehicle backup tool is in one of these boxes. Or was that actually that? I think I know why that vehicle backup tool's in here. Somebody had, yeah, they had their ornithopter out here, but they didn't have a vehicle backup tool. So Defiled built one. He didn't need it.
It's fine.
Average, thank you for the share. Appreciate you. Thank you.
That was close. That was close.
There's a sub console.
Oh, there it is. There it is. Oh, I'm starting to believe.
Thank you for the share again, Average. Appreciate you. Thank you, thank you, thank you. Yeah, I think in the long run, the change to PvP will end up being good for the overall health of the game. Just like you guys said, it'll keep more players. It'll add new players, and I think it's going to be good for the long-term health of the game.
Yeah.
All right, I'm gonna head back to Haga.
All right, let me I'll assist.
Back.
Hear me like that.
Yeah, it's going to help, Brownbeard. I mean, I'm a PvP player. I like PvP. I want to play PvP. That's really all I want to do. But I get it. I do. I totally understand.
It's hard to test a lot.
Is it? Oh,
Did you guys make it out 8-6?
No, we went to F2
Oh, okay.
to help to get that base, and then I think we're going to H6.
yeah, the only thing that's left at the F2 base is the structure and the generators. I don't know if we're too terribly worried about that.
Probably the more important thing would be the just getting rid of abandoning the subfief console so you have it.
That's not mine to do, that's defiled.
Got it. Now, once the Coriolis Storm resets, how do you guys go about getting info quick? Do you actually go out and search it yourself, or do you buy one, or is it because I saw somebody else in UH like had already mapped the shit before, like right away?
Yeah, basically this time, or at least this past week, Hydra and Blackfly both went and scanned every tile.
That's
So we're
awesome.
able to come back with a detailed list, and then Blackfly even took the day to stitch all the pieces together into one picture.
Yeah, that was cool.
So,
Yeah, but
and he says he plans on doing that again. So.
yeah, I did see that on the exchange there's like you can buy, what do they call them? Sync charts, but it's just for like one tile.
Yeah, it is. So essentially what you could do is, like, I imagine if you wanted to run with him as like security,
Yeah.
and bring sync charts with you, then he can give you those. He can use those sync charts. So I mean, it's expensive though, dude. Like, if you
81
don't
sync
either
chart.
scan it with them, is probably the best way to do it.
So put a
It's like
scanner on my
1500
shit?
No, you would take like the
Survey probe?
the launcher, and the survey probe. Yeah.
And it's 81 tile.
Yeah. So you would, and I would bring like 85 just in case like you fuck up and something happens.
That is an insane amount of scanning. So you have that is an insane amount of scanning.
And a lot of dedication.
Yeah, no, I mean somebody's got to do it. Now, once he has the sync charts, is there a way to put them all together into one map? Or does what I mean is would he just take like would he just take a screenshot of the map once it's all been surveyed, or
you can't zoom out that far, really.
Yeah.
I see.
So what he has to do, I don't know how he does it, but he stitches it up somehow.
What he probably does is when he's in one square, he probably takes a screenshot like what you're thinking, and then crops it and puts it all together into one big map.
Dude, I use Photoshop constantly. Do you have any idea how long that would take?
Oh, yeah, I do. That's a lot of work.
I don't know,
Also,
Jose, maybe
though,
38
I
hours.
think Hydra did this, but like the guild had some way. Someone in the guild had some way of like doing it a different way, but it wasn't as good as Black Flies. It like just gave you like each tile what resources were in that tile. It didn't really show you the map per se. I guess it did it? I don't know. I can't remember.
It did, but like all the text on it was the same color as the sand, so like it was really hard to read it. And it was like really vague little dots, like tiny little blue dots for all the testing stations in the PvE area and shit.
I also saw like one that was it was a grid with like all the legend markers on it. It was like an app, or like somebody did it online. There's like a tool online somewhere. Somebody. Yeah, that's it. That's it. That's it. Is that what Blackfly used, or was did he do something else?
I doubt it. I think he did something else.
Because that's what I had. I didn't actually see Black Flies then. I had the planetologist.gg thing. I'm right above you, dude.
Are we going back? Are you back in the DD zombie?
Yeah, I'm going over to H6 right now.
Oh fuck, man!
You're going to H6 right now?
Yeah.
Okay.
It doesn't tell anybody. Just like, all right, I'm out.
I just thought you guys were doing F2 or F1 or whatever.
I was just getting him back to Haga, and he already did.
He is a zombie, so like he does kind of, you know, burn, and he just goes.
I may need, if you guys have a fuel cell, I may need to use part of it.
Alrighty.
But I'm heading out there now. I'm 12,000 meters away.
Escort tacit.
Yeah, I didn't really do shit, but yeah, you're welcome. It's better than hanging out in the Haga, dude. I'm fucking tired of that.
How many people in your guild are in the deep desert?
What would you this will probably answer your question. What would you classify as in the deep desert?
Like the missions you've been doing with us.
One.
Oh, is it just you?
Yeah, I mean, I had one guy come for one op.
Okay.
I had another guy come for another op. But, I try to get them to come every time, and they're like, oh, I want to do, and it's not, I'm not even hating on them. It's not. It sounds like I am because I want them to move faster, but, because I'm not hating on them, but like they, oh, I want to do the Atreides quest, so I want to do this, I want to do that, and that's cool. But like this is the funnest part of the game for me is doing this. That's why I'm out here.
Yeah, that makes sense. I agree. Is your guild more PvE focused? Or
Totally. No, totally.
Gotcha.
We have the guild is fucking cool, dude. I will say it is a badass group of guys, but like a lot of them are older. So we got guys from 72, that seriously, all the way to like, I think I'm the youngest one at 30. I'm the youngest one. But most of them are a little older. They're cool. They're funny, everybody gets along. Everybody's down to help. Yeah.
Our youngest used to be 30 until Duke joined.
Yeah, so, which is cool. I get it.
We're mostly middle-aged, though. There's a few of us who are 50.
Strom, I thought you were in your like mid-70s, Strom.
Shit.
I mean, I'm just going by the sound of your voice.
That's hurtful.
The future's now, old man. But you know, a lot of people went on that Mats run that we did with that Black Fly and Red Sky we're in. There were like 1, 2, 3, 4, like there were 5 or 6 of my guild who went out there for that. So.
And you guys didn't get attacked, right? Like no PvP?
Nope. But there were so many of us, because we had guys from Desert Hawks too.
Nice.
And there was so much titanium and stravidium that, like, by the time there was just so much. It was crazy, dude. I was really shocked by how much there was. I didn't expect there to be that much. There was so much that everybody not only could eat, but was eating really good. And by the time everybody got finished eating, it was time to eat again.
Yeah. Oh, hey, let me invite you to the party, Zombie. Are you at the base already?
Yeah, I'm going to go check on it. I don't know if I see an icon for it, so. I don't think I
Oh,
know.
no.
I know.
In our base in H8, somebody tried to get in also, but the way my guy built it, he like watched this video where something about using triangles, but he was able to build it like 5 layers deep. So they,
You honeycombed it?
yeah, kind of, but
That's a Rust honeycomb base, yep.
Yeah.
That'll keep people out of your shit, because then they have to count how much shit they're gonna have to use to get into it, and they'll usually give up.
well, and it was such a small base, and plus we don't leave anything in there. It would be like the most anticlimactic fucking base raid ever.
Usually when somebody rage, just blows up every piece of your base because there's nothing in there, and they wasted their time.
Yeah, which we didn't really have any serious resources in either.
Like there's some of those bases on Rust, they have it down to a fine art that it'd take like 57 rockets to get into your stash. And
Yeah.
There's a lot of people that ain't gonna have 57 rockets or even want to waste the time on it.
Yeah, some chatters in my stream when I said that, oh, that looks like a Rust base, but I never played Rust, so I'm just assuming that whatever you're thinking is what he did. Because it didn't really look that crazy to me. It wasn't like, when I think of honeycomb, that's not what I think of it, but there were like 5 doors you had to get through, and it was a small little hole, really, just enough to put a bunch of chests in, but yeah, it worked out really good.
Yeah, the way that it works is you put down triangle foundation, you build like an octagon shape or that kind of type of shape, and then you put a wall down on all 3 sides, and that's your outer wall, and you do that on every single triangle, and then you do it on the next set.
Yeah,
You
that's
make it to where they have to destroy 2 walls instead of 1 to get in further.
yeah, that's what he did.
Fucking, you're lucky if it's 2 walls.
Yeah, right.
I used to honeycomb like fucking. It'd take 60 rockets, and you wouldn't even see a storage container.
We would hide storage containers in there with notes.
Oh, really? That's funny.
Oh, you still got about 30 to go. Let's go, guy.
Okay, the base looks like it's still here. I just don't see his icon.
I'm in G2, so I'm not far.
Oh, maybe somebody took it. I don't think I have access to it anymore.
Which base is that?
H2. Now,
Wait, so do they have the buggy then? Or did his buggy gone?
I don't know. I mean, I would want if I can't get
Do you have your last gun?
I do have my last gun.
Oh, there's not gonna be any storms though.
Oh, there's not gonna be.
No, wait, no, but the generator is shut down. It's already shut down. Yeah. That's why, like, you need to get your shit out. Like, the generator's shut down when the Coriolis starts.
Oh, you're right. I'm trying to get in.
all right, I still can't see your icon, but I'm in
That's why,
H2.
I'm thinking, like, early morning we need to, like when it's Monday, or yeah, today's Monday. Yeah, Mondays, like early morning, if there's anybody on, there's like less people to PvP. Like that's when we need to go out.
Here,
Oh man, that sucks.
but I don't think they could take the buggy.
No, they just destroyed it.
But I don't see a destroyed buggy either.
Something wonky sounds about going on here.
Somebody else already get the buggy? I'm confused.
Can you ping again? Thank you.
Yeah, because they'd have to have access to your buggy or completely destroy it. And even then, you'd see the shelled out husk, I'd imagine, wouldn't you?
Dude.
Yeah, I don't think like if the buggy's in your base that gives you permissions over it.
So the base is in H2, right?
6, H6.
Motherfucker. Okay.
Maybe if they broke the bottom, the buggy would have fallen and they could build over it, potentially. I can't break it. We need to destroy the subfief and then, like, build another one here. Ow. No. Apparently there's an ability you can get that makes it so that that doesn't take...
I know. I think I know
was
that
that?
ability. It's a mentality.
Hear that? Someone hearing me? I don't think so.
I'm quite a ways from you. I went to H2.
I'm gonna pick up my, anyway, my shit.
There's nothing in here.
So the buggy's gone.
Yeah.
Motherfucker, dude.
That's, yeah.
Make another K6, but that sucks. Why somebody grabbed the buggy? Yeah, I don't know how they could take it.
The only people
I wonder
that
if
had
it was, I
access
wonder if it
me-
was,
Sector weather
was
alert. A large
me,
sandstorm
you,
is approaching.
and Red,
Black
and Black Blood.
Yeah, unless they took it already, but I don't really. Yeah.
7 hours till Apex.
Yeah, I see that.
Unless it was a hacker, but I don't know how you would take the buggy.
Who owned the buggy? You should be able to see it in your Omni Communinet thing.
Maybe I put it together.
Yeah, because I think I took it apart and I think you put it together.
Doesn't say anything about the buggy. It just says I see a couple logs. Say buggy at risk. Oh, buggy destroyed by environment.
Yeah, but that's
I
fucking
wonder- I wonder-
glitched. The environment thing.
Well, yeah. So then they probably did like blow it up.
Nay, this is an Azeron
It's weird that there's
cyborg
no
too.
like, broken
It's
one
a
down.
hybrid between a controller and a keyboard.
Is there anything at this little base that we have over here? In
So you get the movement of a
Yeah, someone
controller
else.
with a 360-degree
Are you in the assault?
thumbstick.
I am, yeah.
All right. Well, I don't have rockets. I'm in a booster.
With 30 programmable keys.
What other bases do we have around here?
We have the H6, that one, or the H8. That one's gone, right? That's a crater, dude.
Somebody is shooting.
No. That was a crater.
Dude, I'm pulling up on it right now.
Let's go get the crawler, man. Just kidding. We're not gonna do that. We just took everything inside.
Damn, I wish I had more storage space.
See if I can find that destroyed piece.
Yeah. I'm with you. I'll keep an eye out. Oh man, that's a huge plume. Oh, I've never seen one of the craters blow off. That's really cool.
I'm literally passing right over it right now, so that's where I'm at.
All right. Well, we're heading south back to Haga.
All right,
Or we're going. Or, well, I don't think we're heading back to Haga, but we're.
heading back to
Heading
PVE.
Yeah. Oh shit! So we need to see what his face says. I don't know.
Are you worried about the 2 storage containers worth of stuff that's at the A7 base zombie that you picked, the first one we had?
Not really. What's in there?
Set.
Full set of T6 gear.
There's a base over here we had.
There's a full durability deciliter, John. That's about the only thing that was worth anything in that.
I hear you guys. I hear you guys. I think I see you.
Currently in F5.
Yeah,
Oh.
you can go to the E5 base, E4 base.
Currently in F5.
Heading out to the E5 base.
Sounds good. We will meet you there.
We're going E5 again?
Yeah, we're running back.
Okie dokie. Yeah, a lot of people have been saying we need more storage space.
I'm surprised this base is still here. Man, this is all fucking Plastone too. I am going to do as much of this as I can. Oh shit, it's broken, it's broken. Fuck.
Mike Atmo.
Oh hey, there's a repair thing here. Do I have the stuff to repair it?
You have a zillion hours. No, I don't have a zillion, man. I have over 200, but a zillion, no. Well, there you go, dude. So that's a lot more than me. I don't have 500. So let me guess, you have a zillion hours in the game.
Where's your assault?
There you go. You should have access now.
Thank you.
All right, I'm officially in E5. Maybe I'll catch up with you guys.
Sounds good.
It's been kind of
Should
cool
see our-
trolling around the desert though, so it's all good. I don't see your
Hey,
icons.
wanna see something cool? Boom. You should see him eventually.
Yeah.
What?
Or below me got deleted.
That was not me. That was not me. I've been putting shit in your.
Watch.
I've been putting shit. You did that to yourself.
You have done that yourself.
What was that?
That was me,
What
dude.
is that?
That was me. I keep a couple sounds, and that's from Revenge of the Sith, dude. When he says, "You turned her against me," and he's all,
You have done that yourself.
Obi-Wan.
Yeah, yeah, yeah.
There's been enough, you know, I played enough games with enough people doing stupid shit that I felt it was worth having that on there to fuck with people.
Oh, definitely.
All right, so I'm in E5. I'm by a testing station.
I think we're to the north of that.
Oh, son of a bitch. Yeah, I'm now in D4. It's not telling me when I'm switching. It's so weird, dude. I was just in.
Oh yeah, we're just go directly north of that. We're along the edge of the. Yeah.
E5, E4.
There you are. There you are. We're
Well,
here.
that's me. That's strong.
All right, I'm coming. I'm coming. I see you. You guys aren't. Or I don't see you, but you guys aren't that far away. Tempted to go in that testing station.
Dangerous spot to put your. Yeah, that was the one that we went to last night.
Oh, I
Gonna be
see.
knocking this out. Strom, you should move your.
Ass.
Here, then I'll just park it right here.
Thank you, sir. Appreciate you. Sir, can you not park here, please? Oh, dude, I have. Hang on, hang on, hang on. Nice parking spot. Oh shit, I don't have a. You just watched me like just die right in front of you.
Oh shit. Sorry, Tassin.
It's all good. I needed to get out of the sun.
I got this.
Go.
Wait. Now, how do I?
You guys got cobalt paste and
Yeah, I'm coming to try to get it.
fuel cells.
Oh no, oh, I overshot it. Oh my god, oh, okay, I'm safe, Woo. You guys ever see Cliffhanger?
Yeah.
Yeah.
Oh, it's fun. I feel like I'm in Cliffhanger. Alright. Did you,
Oh my god.
I'm good.
I tried to catch you.
Fucking. Alright. I got as much as I can.
Hey, you can put something on top.
Oh yeah. Just kill me with your fucking wings. Alright, cool. Hey, you wanna see a cool move? Check this out. Oh, I can't do it without my fucking. I don't have any cool moves anymore.
Are we ready?
It's out.
Yeah, let's go.
Although that other one in F2, it is made out of plastic. I don't know if you guys are interested in
Oh.
getting them.
I can use some plastic. Almost done with my base. But I think I'll be fine. Plastone's pretty easy to get.
Oh, I was gonna ask you that the fiefs, when they're stacked on something, you destroy the floor out from underneath them, they get destroyed, right?
Yep.
Okay, good. I didn't want to be paying taxes for shit that I didn't have anymore.
But you still might need to. I would still go into the map and make sure that you don't have to abandon feet.
I just tried to abandon the one we just destroyed and it wasn't letting me. The plume
Oh,
was
okay.
gone. It'll be gone by tonight anyway.
Sweet.
Was that a crash? What's it going for? Taxes.
He just looks angry.
Shit, I paid sales car taxes and that guy just fucking dipped.
Oh yeah,
Yeah,
solid
he didn't
car?
pay
Yeah.
his
I don't know where he's been.
He gone.
Yeah, everything was good. You just ate something.
I don't know what. I didn't see it crash, but
Why am I in red? What the hell? I didn't do anything.
Remote control.
He's angry at me. It's like glitched out or something.
okay, dude.
That was just a little bump. That was a love tap. That was tacit, dude. He just wanted
We're
to.
not buying Tacit anymore.
He just wanted to give you a love bump.
Fucking up my speed here.
Dude, you're so far above me. I'm like, what I was trying to do is try to get up as high as you are.
What are you talking about? You dived down onto
No,
me.
no, I didn't. I climbed
Oh, yeah,
up.
you're right. You did. Yeah, you did. You did come from.
Yeah.
That's the boosters, man. Boosters make you just soar super high.
Yeah, I have a booster, but I'm also pretty low on gas, so I'm just It-
Boosters don't use gas.
Boosters don't use gas.
oh.
Yeah, the boosters a way for you to like fly infinitely without gas.
Yeah, just make sure you're in glide.
Yeah, I'm gonna stop by Eric Keene when I get out of here. Have a little flower sand market going on.
Oh yeah.
I've made like more than 200K off flower sand so far. And
Friendly.
but I've had to, like, I started at 20, I think, and somebody undercut me, so I had to undercut them, and it's gotten down to where it's 7 a pop now.
Dang.
And so what I'm trying to do is I'm gonna outlast everybody. Like, I'll sell it at a loss to make sure everybody gets off the market. Then I'll set the price again.
Okay. Or you just buy everybody else's flower sand.
I already have a couple of my guildmates who will sell me their flower sand, and then I'll sell it at a higher price on the market. But the price has gotten so low that it's more intelligent. I have basically next to my base, I have a spot where I can harvest like 10,000 without attracting the worm. And you know, it respawns constantly, so but yeah, the price has gotten so low to where it's not even worth it to buy from anybody right now. I just get it myself. But let's see. I'll tell you guys what's going on. I'm on the world map now. I'll see if I sold anything.
Duke,
What's Bob?
you wanna see my new base?
I
Do
am
it.
not in a safe spot,
Arch
but I'll see
Leon,
it.
Lewis, do it. Just take your time, man. Enjoy the game. Don't let other people
Really running
going
around with
fast
radiated mine in the rift.
stop you from having fun, you know?
Is it possible to pick somebody else's buggy up with the carrier?
Yeah, probably.
The devs did say you can pick up enemy spice crawlers. So I would assume you can.
Welcome,
So
Dr.
maybe that
Oppenheimer.
might be
Thanks
what
for the
happened.
follow.
Dr. Oppenheimer, thank you for the follow.
No
Thank you so
way.
much.
Put up.
I'm stuck in my ornithopter.
Where? In Hago or in the deep desert?
No, like in the base. Like I was getting out and I'm stuck inside of it now. I can't get back in. Wait, let me just unstuck.
Let's see. Full suspensor belt about to break. Okay, not a problem.
Alright, there we go. Wow, that was weird.
Holy shit, dude. Yeah. I sold all my flower sand. It's gone. I have, yeah, I have to go. How much is that? 7. It's like 45,000, somewhere in that neighborhood. Yeah, even more than that, actually. That's good. But the bad part is now I have to go get more flower sand to put it on the market. Yeah, there's literally no flower sand on the market right now. Fuck. Well, I escorted you guys. I'm sorry about the buggy, but after the Coriolis storm, I'm down to go do some testing stations, do anything, spice runs, whatever, dude. I'm in. So I'll just hop into your guys' chat probably tomorrow. You think? Not tonight. Tomorrow.
Most of us will probably still be on tonight too.
Yeah, we'll see. I'm not sure.
Yeah, just hit me up tonight if there's something, and if not, I'll stop by tomorrow and say hello.
Sounds good, man.
All right.
We're a bunch of fucking degens over here.
Yeah, dude. So am I, brother. That's why. That's why. I picked the right dudes to hang out with.
For sure,
All right.
for sure.
I'll catch you guys later.
Yep.
Yeah.
Gotta buy the plan, or you need to find it, farm it.
Hey there, wild man.
Hey, how you doing?
Hey, what's going on, buddy?
Not much.
What do you?
Trying to figure out why I'm stuck in this choosing a side.
Oh, I know why. Both sides are fighting over you, dude. There's a bidding war going on for Wildman. Are you doing the Atreides quests or what?
Yeah, it says participate in the lands rad, locate a representative, ask a house representative about their house, undertake and progress a task for the great house. So I guess you go talk to one of the representatives.
What level Atreides are you?
I'm 3.
Okay, now are you? Let me ask you this: are you doing missions for the lady now?
Yes.
Okay. How many? What does it say on your journey page? Like, what was the last one you did?
Yeah. Oh, let's see. Let's see. Oh, this is miscellaneous. Never mind. Let's see. Where's it at? Okay. Go do the tradies. Oh no. There we go. Tradies. Fortress Atreides.
Okay, hold on a second. Let me
Investigate the sandflies.
investigate the
Additional contacts will
sandflies.
become available, so it's bid.
Did you investigate the sandflies?
We did.
Okay.
We
Did you?
reported back to Andrea Gannon.
Okay, so have you reported back to her? Now, did you exit the conversation and then try to talk to her again?
No.
Okay, try that. Try going and talking to her again.
Oh, she might have something else.
Either that or you have to choose a specific dialogue choice. But yeah, that should do it, I think.
I think it might be locked up.
It's not there's no way it's locked. That's for sure. It's just yeah, you may try going and talking to her again. And if that doesn't work, then try a different dialogue option, and then if that doesn't work, we'll reconvene. But I think that should work.
I'll try.
What do you think about the announcements they made on the Deep Desert, Wild Man?
Yeah, love it.
Yeah, my first thought was Wild Man.
Yep.
Yeah, they felt bad. Actually, the truth is that quite a large amount of the player base was complaining about being forced into doing PvP.
Yeah. Way too early.
Yeah, maybe once you have a few 100,000 hours, you'll be ready. You think?
Yeah, there you go. See, that's my kind of thing.
But yeah, so they're gonna it is pretty cool. It is pretty cool. But the way I read it, what is this? Iron ore? What the fuck? How did I get iron ore? That's no, dude. I mined titanium while I was out there with them.
Oh, maybe it's one of the things that's in.
No, I think the answer is I fucked up somehow. But it's okay. It wasn't that much. But yeah, the way I read it is there's gonna be a couple PvE zones, like couple tiles or not tiles, but like when you go to the Deep Desert, there's 3 choices, and a couple of them are gonna be PvE. But any any spice blow or anything like that is gonna be PvP. And then there'll also be a full PvP section as well. That's the way I read it, but I don't know. But yeah, lots of people were complaining about being forced into doing PvP. So.
You're right.
Yeah. I was right about what? I'm right so often, I don't know which right you're talking about.
The lady, I just had to go talk to her again.
Oh. That right. I got a big long list of things I'm right about, so I got to keep track of them. It's the only way I can keep track of how often I'm right is keep a list.
Oh my gosh.
That's cool. Good. Well, at least you can progress the story. What's up, man?
Yes, thank you.
Remember, loving you is right, and I don't want to be wrong.
If loving you is right, then I don't want. Yeah, no, I'm with you.
You love me.
I do, dude. I do. If I didn't love you, your incompetence would have got you kicked out by now. I'm just kidding. One of my buddies.
Oh, you aren't kidding.
Are you kidding? Of course I'm kidding, dude. One of my buddies thought I was being too. He was watching the stream and he's like, "Man, you're too hard on Wild Man." So I felt bad, dude. I felt bad. I was like, "Oh man, I wonder if I'm being too hard on him." I was like, "He laughs." That's what I was saying. I was like, "Dude, he laughs. He must think it's funny. I'm just kidding."
It is funny.
But he's like, "No, I think you're a little too hard on him." So I was like, "Okay."
It's very funny.
But I can't help it, dude. I can't. It's my nature. My nature.
Okay. It is very, very funny.
But what's cool is now you can come out with us. I was really wish you would have been there for when we did that harvesting run, all those materials.
Yeah, I bet.
Because it was
Lots.
there. Not only were there lots, like there was no. It could have been a nice way to, dip your foot into the deep desert.
Yeah.
But now you'll be able to without fear. And I get it too. It's like, dude, okay, you're forcing people to PvP in order to get in-game anything. I get your intention, but like people don't want to do that. You're cutting off a portion of the game from people who don't want to do PvP.
I'm too slow.
Yeah.
Some of these guys are just too good.
Yeah, people who's
The PvP and Star Citizen is just awful for me.
PvP you said or PvE?
PvP.
Oh, I see.
Yeah, there's PvP.
Very little PvE in Star Citizen.
Yeah.
But what, they just fuck you up?
Oh yeah.
Yeah, lots of people do that.
Oh yeah, they just. Yeah, some of them, when they do it, they go to jail, but they got it set up pretty good. But
Sure they do.
if the sensors are down, the towers are down, then they can get away with it.
I see.
Well, I think what the people are complaining about is that the really, you know, aggressive game players that got out there and got all the top level stuff
Like Tacit Mortem.
are out there doing PvP, and anybody that goes out there to try to do the same thing now is getting obliterated.
Yeah.
So a lot of people were complaining about that and said, look, you didn't give me a chance to get out there and get this stuff.
Yeah. No, I get it. Like I said, it makes sense. It's for the long-term health of the game.
Oh, absolutely.
So
Those people that want to play PvP, there's going to be a wealth of PvP in this game, even for, you know, better stuff.
yeah.
But you know what I'm talking about.
Yeah, no, I totally understand. I really do. I get it. It makes sense. Like I'm happy they did it because, like I said, so many people were complaining, and God knows how many bot accounts Wildman was using to complain. But so many people were complaining that I knew they were going to have to do so. They were either the game was going to die because they need the player count to stay up. They need players in order for this game to work. So
It's like we were talking about earlier, you know, in other survival games where you go out for 2 or 3 days, and you build something, you do a lot of good stuff, you come back and it's all gone, you know. And you know, they don't want that to happen in this game. That's why they put the PvP base in at the begin with, I think.
yeah.
Right? And to make it accessible to PvE and PvP, but at least for the end game, where the only way you can get the really top end stuff is to do PvP is, well, went a little bit overboard, I think, on their part, and then they're trying to adjust that.
Yeah, I think you're pretty much spot on. Like the guy said, he basically said, you know, like, I wanted it this way, players want it this way, so the players will get it the way they want it. And it doesn't really bother, I don't see why it would bother PvP players either.
Why would that bother them? Never bothered them in any other game I ever.
Yeah, well, you know, there's always going to be those people who are like, oh, they're just pussies because they don't want to go do it or something. But for the most part, I think that's a small percentage. I really do.
That's where
Yeah,
Eve
but
is at.
that's the whole problem. They love the pussies. Okay.
Yeah, they do. Yeah, without the pussies, what are they going to do? They're going to have to go up against the sweats, and actually really have to work and maybe get humbled themselves.
That's exactly right.
That's
So
why Eve was so bad. Because you're always being beat up by the bigger players, the good players.
Yeah, the guys that have played for 15 years that have every skill you can possibly imagine, right? They just obliterate you.
Yeah, so I get it. Like I said, it's no big deal. As long as the player base as a whole continues to grow and stays, and people keep playing it, you know, because what I don't want is people to be like, oh man, you know, I can't compete with these guys. I'll just find a new game to play. And I think that's what would eventually happen.
Well, to the TV crowd, yeah, because there's just so much you could do, and then you're limited, and then you go somewhere else.
Right. So it didn't, like I said, it didn't bother me at all. I'm actually happy they did it, like I said, because in order to survive, the game needs to happen.
They said they had like a 10-year plan, right? We want this game to play for 10
That's what they
years.
said. That's what they said. You know, people say a lot of things, but that's what they said.
They just announced that they sold 1 million copies of Dune Awakening.
Yep. Yeah. I saw that. Not surprised, dude. It's a badass game.
Yeah, I also heard rumors that it could be Game of the Year.
Could be. There's a lot of good contenders. I think it should be Game of the Year. Obviously, I'm biased, but I think the ambitiousness and the way the ambition was executed, for the most part, very successfully. Not just successful, but very successfully. I think, you know, no game has really tried and succeeded to do all this stuff that this game has done. But there's also Claire Obscure.
That's what I was gonna say. I played Claire Obscure. I played several hundred hours of that.
Yeah, Claire Obscure is a banger. Kingdom Come Deliverance 2 is a banger. I mean, and the year's not over yet, you know? I'm trying to think. Indiana Jones and The Great Circle, I played that, dude. That shit is fucking amazing. It was so good. It was so good. One of the best games I've ever played. I mean, I played multiple games that are some of the best games I've played ever. Is, you know, they're on that list. I mean, KCD2, Kingdom Come Deliverance 2 was on that list. It was just so awesome, like so much to do, and it was so much fun. And then I have not played Claire Obscure, but every person I've talked to, because I stream and create content, you know, I keep up on all that stuff. Every single person I've talked to say it's amazing.
Oh, it's a fabulous game in all aspects. You've got to play it. Even if you don't like turn-based games, you got to play it just for the ambiance and everything they put into that game is incredible. And in that game, in the first 10
Does
days,
Zach Graves? I have no idea what you're talking about. Sorry, brother.
sold 1 million copies. They expected within 30 days they would have sold 5 million copies. Worldwide. And I think they probably have. You look on the internet or the YouTube,
Yeah.
you see all the people that have played that game and just have nothing but you know, praise for the game.
Oh, Zach, I'll explain it in just a second.
Game means.
What it means is you stop. All right. It's like, did you ever play XCOM?
Nope.
You ever played any Final Fantasy games?
Nope.
Okay, so the way it works is you get into a combat situation. Then a lot of times that you'll know exactly what I'm talking about. There's a moment where one side or the other gets to attack first. Then you choose one of your attacks. So heavy attack or magic attack or whatever it is. You attack it, and then it either hits or it blocks. You go through all your players, all the players in your party. They all get a chance to attack or block or heal. Then it's the other combatant's turn, and now they can do the same thing. And you take turns, which is why it's called turn-based combat. Did I explain that right?
Yep. I understand what you're saying now. I hate that kind of games.
And let me put a proviso on that. If you have a 90% chance of hitting, you miss 100% of the time.
Yeah, that's
you know
true.
what I'm talking about?
Yeah. Oh yeah. I've played just about every kind of game there is. So this is a this is an Azeron Cyborg 2. It's a hybrid between a controller, because they have a Hall effect thumbstick here, 360 degrees, no stick drift, and 30 programmable keys. You can adjust this a million different ways to fit your hand. And it's designed to where you can...
So, you know, I have a little bit hard time parrying all that stuff.
Right.
And getting the timings down just right. Oh my god. But then you have some of the characters in there are just fabulous.
I've heard it's great. Like I said, I've heard it's great. And so it's designed to fit ergonomically in your hand.
Wait a minute now.
And you can adjust it a million different ways. High, if you want some of the buttons higher. Or if you have a big hand, you can make it bigger. If you have a small hand, you can make it smaller. You can move the thumbstick module, everything you can move to fit your hand. And what it does is it gives you the...
In pretty good shape, I think, in about another week or maybe 2 at the most. I think everybody in the guild will be caught up.
Oh boy, damn.
What's the plans?
Well, we'll talk about that when everybody's caught up. And there's going to be so many changes happening with the PvP and the PvE. We'll have to table that until we figure out what's going to happen. and what the best way to go about it is. Now the next move as a guild is we're going to push toward getting a large spice refinery.
Is that a big deal?
It is. It's an in-game. The in-game way to craft spice. I mean, if you know Dune, I'm assuming you do. Spice is very important, and in order to basically a large spice refinery increases the efficiency, so it takes less spice sand to get more spice melange, and it does it faster. And because of the in-game vehicles which we need, so it was kind of talked about with leadership that we need in-game vehicles. We need a carrier, we need a spice crawler, so we can go out onto the sands and get spice. But the cost of each piece of everything, of the carrier, each piece of the sand crawler, and so on, requires spice on its own. So the thought was, rather than spending our time crafting an advanced vehicle fabricator next, which is what you need to craft any Mark 6 or any Mark 6 anything, Mark 6 buggy, ornithopter, sand bike, carrier, sand crawler, it would behoove the guild and be more intelligent to craft a large spice refinery. So all the spice that we do get by joining these other guilds, which I have mostly been doing, but Zuros has accompanied me on one, Zerchek has done one. But when I accompany these other guilds out on these spice runs and I get my cut of the spice, we can take it to our large spice refinery and then refine it into more. We'll get more melange than we currently are because we have a small spice refinery. Then once we built up our melange reserves enough to the point to where we can craft a carrier and a sand crawler, then we can do that, take them out on the sands and start gathering more spice. Then once we have more spice, we can craft Mark 6 everything and so on and so on. You understand?
Yeah, but that sounds like a guild thing. So how does all that goodness get distributed among the people within the guild?
Well, the carrier and the sand crawler benefits the entire guild.
Yeah, but that's to create the tier 6 stuff you're talking about.
That's right.
It sounds like you almost need to, I don't know, getting the tier 6 stuff sounds like it's pretty difficult.
It's going to take time, for sure. But what's your question?
The question is, you're saying you go out with these other guilds, you get some spice, you create the spice, whatever, and but not everybody in the guild's going to be doing that, right?
That's right.
So how do they share in kind of the spoils, so to speak?
Only if you go, right?
Well, because
I'm talking about, the whole idea is to get spice so you create equipment for the guild. How does that equipment get
know that you get to build with the
Hold on, guys. Hold on. So ask your question again.
You've got people that are going to be mostly PvE, and then you've got the PvP people, and I assume I have to go out to get the spice, right?
Well, there's a lot of different functions on a spice run, right? There's a lot of different things that are done on a spice run. And it's okay if you're not, are you aware of how a spice run, like one of these large-scale spice runs, functions?
No, not at all.
Okay, well, I'll have Wildman explain it to you. No, I'm just kidding. Is he still here? Oh, he is. I'll explain it. So, okay, so you understand what a carrier ornithopter is. You understand what it's for. Yes?
Yeah.
So you need this big ass ornithopter to carry the sand crawler out into these large, what they call spice craters, which blow. So it's a huge crater and it's full of spice sand. So you have one person running the carrier, taking the spice crawler out, and we can talk about the semantics of how all that's done. I just want you to get the overview first. You take the carrier, you pick up the sand crawler, you drop it onto the spice sand right in the middle of the spice blow, and then so you have one person in the sand crawler driving the sand crawler, which is a very simple job, but probably the most important job because they're the ones collecting the spice. You're driving very, very fucking slow, basically holding the C button down, which it's like a vacuum cleaner, truly like a vacuum cleaner. The bristles go down when you hold C, and then you just like drive it very, very slow across the sand. It sucks up the spice. So you have one person in the sand crawler doing that. Then you have one person in the carrier basically hovering right over the sand crawler the entire time, waiting for the worm to pop up, which the worm will pop up, not right on top of you, but it's going to pop up. And when the worm pops up, you need to pick up the spice crawler, get to a high enough height to where the worm's not going to fly up and eat you, wait for the worm to settle down, meaning you don't see the worm icon on the top of your screen where your compass is anymore, then set it down and continue. So those are 2 jobs. Then you need at least 3. Either scout, and most likely it's going to be assault because of the changes that they're talking about. They're talking about making pretty big changes to the scout ornithopter and the assault ornithopter. And sorry, not to get off topic, but let's assume 3 assault ornithopters in the air. 2 assaults, 1 scout. You need 3 of those ready with offensive capabilities, watching for other guilds coming in, because the carrier moves slow as fuck, and so does the spice crawler. And if some other guild sees us harvesting spice, they might go get their homeboys, and here they come, and now they're going to try to destroy our spice crawler and our spice sand and take our spice sand, or just destroy it. So you need at least 3 offensive in the air. So that's 3 more jobs. So that's 3 plus the carrier plus the spice crawler. That's 5. And this is at a minimum. Then you need 2 people either in ornithopters or sand bikes, probably ornithopters, placing down thumpers on opposite sides of this big spice blow. Because what that does is it distracts the worms from coming up and trying to fuck with the spice crawler. If the worm's distracted by the thumper, the spice crawler can continue to do what it's going to do. Now, eventually, the worm's going to eat the thumper. Then you have to place another one down in a different position. Then eventually, the thumpers are no longer going to distract the worm, and then a grandfather worm is going to come and eat the entire spice blow. So you have, at minimum, the carrier, the sand crawler, 3 offensive, plus 2 people setting out thumpers. That's 7 at a minimum. Minimum. That's how a spice blow works. Then, now you have the spice, right? Okay, I got the spice. We have the sand crawler. The sand crawler's full. Then the carrier picks up the spice crawler, and we're going to take it back to the PvE area of the deep desert. And the reason for that is rather than taking it back to our Haga Basin to process it, everything in the deep desert is at half cost. So we can build a large spice refinery in the deep desert for half the price that we would be able to build it in Haga. So at that point, we got all this.
You have to defend it, right?
Well, so we'll get there. We'll get there. Hold on. We're almost there. So we've got the spice. The carrier has the carrier's picked up the sand crawler. The sand crawler's full of spice. What do we do now? Now the carrier and the sand crawler have to get to the PvE area of the deep desert. Now that's a fucking trip. It takes a while. It takes like maybe 15 minutes. Yes?
You can be attacked, right?
Fucking A. Yeah, you can be attacked.
So you got to have it's like a carrier group.
Exactly. You got to have your escorts. You have your escorts following the carrier and the sand crawler back to the PvE area. Once you're in the PvE area, you're good. Now, once we've done that, gotten the carrier, and the deep desert's fucking huge, man. It's huge.
I haven't been there yet, so
I know. But that's why I'm explaining this. It's huge. So if you do, that's why it's important. That's why I said 3 offensive at a minimum. That's why these other guilds have been letting me come, and they're happy to give me like a full cut of the spice, because now instead of 2 or 3, now they have 4 or 5 people watching for other ships coming in. So we'll probably get other guilds to help us. But anyway, once we get to the PvE area, then we can drop the spice crawler in our base. We don't have to worry about anybody attacking us. Then we have our large spice refinery already built in the PvE base of the deep desert, because we can craft everything for half cost. So crafting a large spice refinery in the deep desert is cheaper than trying to craft it in our Haga base. And we can process all the spice into melange, take it back to our base in the Haga, and that's a deep desert run. And the only other side to that would be we would build the carrier. We would get all the pieces for the carrier and actually build it in either the PvE area of the deep desert, or we would construct a base near the spice blow, because where the spice blows go off, once the Coriolis storm happens, it will continue to go off in that spot for the entire week. Now, when I say go off, it will go off. People will try to harvest as much spice. The grandfather worm will eat it. And then between 20 and 45 minutes later, it'll blow again. So exactly. So it'll blow again. That's why you want to have that PvP base near. It's like a forward operating base almost. We're right there. So we can either build the carrier there at the PvP base, or definitely 100% we're building the sand crawler at the PvP base, because the carrier is going to go faster if it's not carrying something from the PvE to the PvP. You understand? Yeah. And then once we get it would be awesome to get to a point where we had more than one carrier. Then we could. We do that? Well, we will eventually, but it's fucking expensive, man. You need tons of in-game resources. You need tons of in-game. I think Psychotic Saint calculated it out. It's something like 380 spice melange for the carrier, and I don't know if he did that math right. I mean, I can check right now. Let's see, carrier. Is this a carrier? Yeah. So 54. 108, 162, 216.
You're just adding up all the parts,
yeah. 270, 285, 293. So 209. Oh no, that's for one. 293. 333 spice melange just to craft the carrier ornithopter. Now, that's just the spice melange. That's not the plastanium ingots you need.
And what's it take to make plastinium? Is it spice melange?
It's in-game resources, titanium, ore, and stravidium fibers. And you need 2 side holes, so that's 333. That's 387 spice melange to craft the carrier ornithopter. 387.
How much do you expect to get during one of these spice runs?
Well, let's say, of course, there's going to be a cut for everybody, right? Because
for the guild, just for the guild.
Well, assuming we have other guilds coming, because I don't think we have enough people who can fucking do their job right. If I'm being candid, we don't have enough people in our guild as of right now who can.
That's why I said, it's going to take a couple weeks.
It is. I'm not talking shit on anybody. I'm not disparaging anybody. You notice these other guilds are bringing me with them, or me and Zerchek, or me and Zeros, or me and anybody who wants to come. It's because they don't have enough people either. It's not our guild thing. It's an all the guilds thing. And I would rather have more people, more guilds, and give them a full cut of the spice rather than lose anything that we worked so hard for. So we're gonna bring other guilds with us, period. In most cases, we're gonna bring other guilds with us.
Why are you defensive about that? I never even...
I'm not. If I sound like I am, I'm not.
Yeah, you are, but...
No, I'm not defensive about it.
You know.
No, I'm trying to explain it to you, but if I'm coming off as defensive, I'm not, I promise. I'm just trying to explain it. And if I'm being aggressive with that, I apologize. It's not intentional. But when you're asking about how much spice for our guild,
I wasn't asking that. I was asking how much spice it took to actually make things that you were talking about. And you told me, okay, 330, but what I asked was how much spice do you expect to get when you go off on one of these
right,
runs?
and that's where I was going is, so I'll just give you the base number before any cuts or anything. So we'd get roughly, if we fill up the spice sand crawler, it would be 50,000 spice sand if we filled it up. Now that's before we craft it into melange, and that's before we've given any other guild that's come with us their cut. So 50,000 spice sand. And there's 8 wings on the carrier, by the way. So hold on. I said 387, 395, 403 spice melange to craft that carrier. Anyway, so what's your next question?
You're saying a shitload, and it's going to take a long time to make one of these. And that's cool. But just wondering, you know, I don't know a lot about endgame in this game.
No, and like I said, I was truly dead serious. If I sounded defensive, I wasn't. Maybe it just came off that way because I wasn't at all.
I have no problems with other guilds coming in and sharing in the, spoils of the effort. But,
they need to. It makes it so difficult to do it on our own. You know, that's why. Because the shit is so precious to begin with. It takes so much to craft that losing it would be a huge fucking blow.
Yeah, it was scary. I didn't even go on Spice Run. We just went for like Stravidium and the other materials, and even then I was like happy that we had other folks there.
But understand that that's the spice side. Remember, they're changing the whole game around. They're changing the whole PvP, PvE around. So let's say you don't want to go on that. Or let's say, as an example, you've gone on it. You're like, oh, that's not my thing. The good news is that there's PvE areas where you can get the in-game resources, titanium and stravidium ore, which we need just as much. It's just as important as the spice, except it's easier to get.
actually, personally, I want to go on spice runs, but that's me.
Okay, well, that's what a spice run involves. That's the way a large-scale spice run works out.
Yeah. So what you're telling me is that you really can't do that individually. That's really a team effort.
It totally. Yeah. Which is why I'm going with those other guilds, you know, because I want to do it, but
at the point where you can do that. If
yeah.
I was at that point, I'd do the same thing.
Yeah, no, I get it.
Not at that point.
Yeah, but you will be. It's only going to take a couple weeks, at most.
That's what I told you, you know, and I think the rest of the people in the guild will be there, and some will want to do it, some won't.
Exactly. So
yeah.
we should.
I
It's
think these guys. To be honest with you, I think the developers kind of thought this all out, actually planned for this. Now they're having to change it a little bit because their expectations were a little bit different in terms of what the player base was going to want or expect.
I agree.
I think they were just expecting.
Well, I think he said it. He said as much. Sorry to interrupt you. Go ahead.
No, you're good. No, just that. Exactly what you were about to say is that I think he expected them to kind of unite and form packs and stuff like that, and it would self-regulate. But it didn't end up working out that way.
Have you read it, Murkoff? If you haven't, I'll read it to you right now.
I haven't read
this new announcement thing.
No, I haven't read it.
Okay, I'll read it for you, and I'm streaming so everybody else can hear it too. Okay, so this is from Joel, who is the creative director of the game. He's big man on campus for this game. Hello, sleepers. I wanted to write something that acknowledges and addresses the comments around the end game of Dune Awakening while also providing context for what we were attempting. So let me start by stating this unequivocally. We want PvE players to be able to play the end game and have access to the content of the end game. Our goal is not to force PvE players to interact with a PvP system that they may have no interest in. We still believe in the core concept of the deep desert, an endlessly renewing location that resets every week and creates an activity loop for great rewards. The tension of heading out there, head on a swivel, eyes peeled for foes as you enter the most dangerous part of the most dangerous planet in the universe. Excuse me. Our wish was that players would embrace this loop, forming guilds to work together, to overcome the bleakness of the deep desert. But as Stephen King says, wish in one hand, shit in the other, see which one fills up first. One of my hands, this is what he says. I'm reading this verbatim. One of my hands is overflowing right now, and sadly not with wishes. The reality is that players are reporting being cut out of the end game due to the extremely competitive nature of the deep desert. Starting soon, some areas of the deep desert will now be flagged as partial warfare, PvE, areas, where players will be able to explore testing stations and harvest T6 resources, endgame resources, without the threat of conflict they may not want. It's important to note that the top tier of the game is balanced around guilds and groups, so people will still find it grindy if they play solo. Lands rad control points, shipwrecks, and the largest spice fields within this region of the deep desert will remain PvP flagged. So when he says largest spice fields, that's those spice craters I'm talking to you about. Because there's small ones, there's medium ones, and then there's these big spice craters.
Thanks for the follow.
Anyway, let's continue. The deepest parts of the deep desert will remain as they currently are. High reward, high risk areas. The beauty of the deep desert design with weekly resets and renewals is that we can iterate and experiment with different layouts and setups to really help us fine-tune it. He didn't say fine-tune, he said tune it, sorry. As we make changes, we will send out surveys to help us capture your thoughts. PvP itself has plenty of issues that need to be addressed. We're taking steps in that direction with our first changes to the Scout Ornithopter. As Viljar, I'm assuming this is the guy who ran the Ask Me Anything. They did a little thing a few days ago. As Viljar stated in the AMA, these should be implemented in the game shortly. Scout Ornithopters with rocket launchers attached will have their speed maneuverability reduced. Because basically, as it is right now, assaults aren't really that useful. Rockets fired from Scout Ornithopters will have increased heat generation. And because you could fire like a motherfucker without overheating your ship. Eventually it would, but you could fire a lot before it would. So they're changing that. Thrusters will provide a max speed bonus regardless of wings, ensuring that thruster-equipped scouts will be the fastest vehicles in the game. A new T5 infantry rocket launcher will be added to help improve the dynamics of vehicle and ground combat. Because right now, in order to craft a rocket launcher, you need T6 stuff. So that will help. There are additional changes to mechanics like respawn timers. Basically, how it was is in the deep desert when you do PvP on the ground or PvP anywhere. But on the ground is a better example. So I get killed. I would respawn like 10 seconds, maybe max. And I'd be right back almost where I was. I could jump back in the fight. You could kill me. Look to your left, look to your right, and now I'm back again. That's how it was, which is horse shit. So they're changing it.
Like, you know, with those bullshit, you know, looter shooter games.
Exactly. So they're changing it. They're changing it to 70 seconds on your first death, and then 115 for every death thereafter. So you're going to be sitting and waiting for a little bit. And they've already made that change. But anyway, I'm just trying to give context for all this stuff. There are additional changes to mechanics like respawn timers, vehicle storage tools, hand scanners, and other mechanics that we see being abused in the deep desert. Now, the vehicle storage tool, I really hope that they're not, because the way it works right now, let's say I get shot down, I'm getting shot down. I'm trying, now the goal is, right as it is right now, is to land and pocket my ornithopter. Use the vehicle storage tool to pocket it before they can kill me. Because if they kill me before I'm able to pocket it, they can destroy my ornithopter and I've lost it and I'm fucked. But if I pocket it, sure, I die, but I get to keep my ornithopter. So, but I have a feeling they're going to change that and people aren't going to like that. But we'll see. It says...
Oh, let me tell you, that would be a barn burner there, in my opinion.
You think that'd be a good thing?
No.
Oh. I thought barn burners were good. Our barn...
Depends on...
the context?
The barn, yeah.
Okay. All right. So, okay, I got it. I got it. There are additional changes to mechanics like respawn timers, vehicle storage tools, hand scanners, and other mechanics that we see being abused in the deep desert. The intended dynamic of deep desert PvP in Dune Awakening is that unless you really mess up, this is for you, Wildman, you always have the option, and unless you really mess up, you always have the option to retreat in good order with whatever you've managed to claim so far. If you're smart and vigilant, you never have to fight if you don't want to. If you run, you'll have to call a halt to whatever task you were pursuing, but that should always be a choice. PvP should happen when both parties decide they want to fight over a location. We're not done. Let me take a drink of water really quick. This motherfucker.
Yeah, well, hey. You know.
All right, let's continue. Let me finish this.
It sounds like, first of all, the people that are complaining are
they're the sweats.
Solo, what I would call solo PvP players that want to go out there and kick ass, do whatever they do because they're great at what they do. They're not being able to do it because it really requires a team to do it.
That's right.
That's what's happened.
Let me finish this off. We're about halfway done. Finally, the intended dynamic has always been combined arms, because as it is right now, there is no ground combat unless you're in a testing station or a shipwreck. There is no ground combat, and there's no reason to do ground combat, which sucks because their ground combat PvP system is fucking fun. It's fun and unique. Anyway, finally, the intended dynamic has always been combined arms. We have infantry and ground vehicles. We have infantry and ground vehicles and air vehicles, and they're all supposed to have clear roles, clear strengths, and clear counters. Thopters will always be incredibly important for crossing the desert, but they shouldn't also be the dominant force in actual battles, which they are right now by far. We're planning to make more changes to the deep desert to accommodate ground battles and reinforce the use of player builds. Now let's talk briefly about the Landsrad. As a system, it is an activity driver that is designed to promote the conflict between the factions, internal politics between the guilds, while providing goal thresholds for individuals and groups to work towards getting personal rewards. And the Landsrad should be doing that for everyone who wants to participate in the Elder game. I'm assuming that's a miss on their part. End game, be they PvEer or PvPer. The Landsrad should be giving you things to do every day and every week. It's nothing new from a design perspective. We've seen daily, weekly quest systems in games for a long time. Our approach was to try and frame the system around the greater politics of the Dune universe by having players engage in activities to earn the votes of the various Landsrad houses. Let me acknowledge that as an activity driver, the activities it asks you to participate in are simplistic. A lot of item hand-ins and crafting requests. That's because the system is in the earliest launchable iteration. The Landsrad is an umbrella for all end-game activities. What form do those end-game activities take? More dungeons with bosses that drop end-game loot, more contracts that require specific tasks to be undertaken, more specialized delivery tasks that include components that cannot be stockpiled. If we ever add raids to the game, there will be a task on the Landsrad to complete those raids. It is a framework that holds the in-game activities in place. We are addressing some key flaws in the Landsrad design, the inability to hand in items after a square is completed, and the rapidity at which some squares are turned in. Stockpiling is currently rewarded, but that is not our intention for this system, and we will make some changes to address it as best we can. Landsrad rewards are supposed to reflect the in-game tiers of progression. This includes the vendors, which can be unlocked for an entire faction through participation. This is the intention, but once again, let me acknowledge that this isn't exactly in the right place. The Landsrad will be updated to provide micro rewards for solo small group players. Thanks for listening, everyone, and apologize for the confusion. Once a live game launches, it becomes a collaborative effort between the developers and the players to make it something amazing. We appreciate your feedback on what we hope is the beginning of a long journey together. Bear with us. Our intention is to be clear and open in our communications and to make Dune Awakening a game that everybody can enjoy. I hope this helps, Joel. So, there it is. Are you guys still there?
Question right off the bat. You said at the end, he said, once the live game launches. When was this written?
I definitely didn't. Where does it say? Once a live game launches. Once a live game launches, it becomes a collaborative effort. So this is a live game.
Oh, okay.
Yeah.
Okay. All right. Well, I understand all that.
Good. Because I'm not repeating it. But
good thing I have a good memory.
well, if you're interested, I posted this already in our general chat. You just have to click on a link and find it. It's there.
I don't need it. I pretty much understand what he said. Okay, but that is really irrelevant to what we were talking about. They're making some changes to accommodate PvE players, and that's not what I was really talking about. So I was just wondering, how things are going to get distributed within the guild, all right? Because there's going to be people in the guild that don't want to do PvP or are incapable of doing it or whatever, and but they're going to be contributors, all right? And then there's going to be any of us, most of us probably, that want to go out there and get our asses kicked. But
speak for yourself.
Okay. I have to speak for myself.
You are. That's true. That's true. I respect my elders. I'll be quiet.
So I'm saying, it's a collaborative effort, and it seems like it's going to take quite a bit of effort to do some of the things you were talking about, creating some of the things that you were talking about, to allow us to do more things that you were talking about.
True.
So, it sounds like, it seems like the developers made this game to prolong it. Hey, this is going to take a long time.
They did.
And to get to where you can be like top dog.
But what's your question? You're asking, like, how do we distribute it within the guild? Be a little more granular so I understand what you're asking.
Okay, exactly that. Okay, how do you distribute, you or someone else are going to be developing equipment and stuff, and I presume that's for you, but what about the rest of them?
No, the carrier's for the guild. All that stuff is for the guild. I'm not even thinking about anything for myself.
No, that's not what I'm talking about. I mean, how do things get distributed once that occurs? Okay, say Wildman needs some tier 6 equipment. How does he ask?
Well, the way it would work, I think, is we start with everything we get goes toward building all this stuff because we need it to get more. Now, so I'm guessing what your question is once we have all this stuff, how do things get distributed?
Absolutely. Once you've got
evenly.
it in place.
Evenly is fucking evenly. Totally.
Yes.
Yeah, if you don't want to do PvP, you're still collecting in-game resources, which we need equally as much as the spice, it's just easier to get, and it's something I don't want to do. So like you get a full fucking cut, of course. I mean, I'm head of this bitch. I make those rules. I'll make sure everybody gets a full cut, for sure.
I'm just trying to get you thinking about it.
I've already thought, yeah.
Get to that point.
I would never
Get
not.
to that point where everything is, even. We've got the great equipment that you were talking about that's very difficult to get, right? What happens when, players want to break off for 2 weeks and they don't want to do something, or they just want to do some PvE stuff and just, they're not involved with, PvP stuff. It's got to be like a detriment to them.
As long as they're still providing in-game resources to the guild, I don't think it'll be a problem. I mean, I think that's something we'd address if we came to it. If we felt like somebody wasn't carrying their weight, then I would handle it. Ask Q.
There's always that in a guild. There's always that. I'm not talking about that. I'm talking about for people carrying their weight, but they may not be totally into PvP.
They don't have to be.
Some of that stuff. Well, no, it's not that they're not into PvP. It's maybe they're not very good at it, and they're a detriment to the team that is there.
And maybe I'm not explaining it right, or maybe because I feel like we're circling around the same answer, and maybe I'm wrong. But if somebody, for whatever reason, doesn't want to do PvP, whatever it is, I don't care what the reason is, they can still collect, based on what that dude just said in that thing I read, they can still collect tier 6 resources, the titanium ore and the stravidium fibers, the stravidium ore and the titanium fibers, which is what it takes to create plastanium, which we need equally as much as the spice melange. It's just easier to get. So they would still get a 100% equal part as the people who went out on the spice run. And period.
It sounds like there's a lot of things that people can do on their own, yourself included, from what I was explained to me earlier, okay, but you weren't on when somebody was explaining me this lens where they could go out and, these squares that you get, and you contribute to each of the
great houses.
Yeah, the great houses, that's what I'm talking about. And they, you get this, you get 10 or 15 of these components, and you apply to it. You understand what I'm talking about?
I do.
So, those things sound like they're difficult to...
They're still very important. It's all important.
Yeah.
And
okay, I'm just trying to get a feel for all this, because I
it's fine. It's fine.
could understand it all.
It's fine. But it's not something that's gonna come up, I don't think. As long as I make the calls here, everybody who's involved in it, whether they're doing PvP or PvE, as long as they're contributing, then they get a full cut of everything. And let's say, I don't know, Wildman needs a set of tier 6 armor, then Wildman gets a set of tier 6 armor. Boom. And as long as we have the resources available, and no one other person is prioritized over another. The only situation I could think of where it might be useful is if, like, we're doing some ground PvP, and we only have enough resources for one tier 6 set of armor. And Wildman's doing PvE, Tacit Mortem is doing PvP. Tacit Mortem would get the armor set, at least during the course of the PvP run. But as long as there's not a situation like that where it's necessary for one person to have it over another, then yeah, if Wildman needs some shit, Wildman can get some shit. Whatever he needs, as long as he's contributing. So, does that answer your question?
Yeah, exactly.
Okay. Good.
So I don't have a problem with that. None whatsoever.
Good.
I'm just trying to understand the whole end game concept here, what's going on. And you explained it with the difficulty it is just to get the equipment you need to develop those things you're talking about. We are talking about, and you know, I have no problem that, you know, those people that are, you know, the more important, let's put it that way, the more important people getting the earlier spoils, okay, and then later on, and you know,
I agree. I think more.
Understand where I'm coming from.
I do. I think more important's putting too fine a point on it, but you're right. Like, let's say people are doing people are doing the most risky, difficult tasks within endgame should get the tier 6 armor and tier 6 weapons before the PvEer. However,
Absolutely.
once these people who are out risking themselves have this stuff, it should be distributed to everyone before a stockpiling occurs. Now, I'm down with the stockpiling, but everybody should get their piece of the pie before
That's what I'm talking
before I go back for seconds.
Yes.
Yeah, and that's how it would work anyway. I mean, it seems like a lot of these games, like these guilds, end up being shit shows where people just take advantage, but I don't do that. I am a lot of things, but I don't take advantage of people like that. So it won't happen as long as I'm in charge.
Well, I will be one of your purveyors of your message to anyone that thinks otherwise.
Cool. Perfect. Does anybody think otherwise?
I don't know, you know,
Actually,
other
I have
people
a
I
couple
haven't even
things
talked
to
to
say.
in the guild, so I don't know.
I see. Well, if anybody thinks otherwise, that's okay. It's not a
Talked
no.
to 5 or 6 people in the guild. There's like 15 or 16 of us, so.
Yeah. Well, purvey that message to anybody who may have concerns.
Hey, no, I'm no disparaging you at all, Tess. I'm really quite just trying to get answers to things I know nothing about.
You'd really have to try to disparage me, so I can take it, man. You're going to have to hit me a lot harder than that. So I can take it. Don't worry.
I know you can. Yeah, I've listened to you.
Yeah, I could take it. I can give it and I can take it. So a little conflict here and there, a little misunderstanding, you know, that's nothing.
No misunderstanding. It was just me asking questions.
Yeah.
Hey,
Whatever.
listen,
It's all good.
I was. Look, you know, I'm new to the guild. You've played with some of these guys at least for a long time in other games and everything. But you know, I'm just trying to understand the whole framework and where we're at the end game, because you know I'm almost there. I'll be another week. I'll be where I won't be where you guys are, but I'll be enough to contribute.
Good. That's awesome. And did you get a lot of your questions answered?
Yes.
Good.
So, you know.
And Wildman, any comments from the peanut gallery?
No, not at all. I think you did a great job.
What were you going to say? I interrupted you, Markov. I apologize.
No, I was just saying, you know, hey, man, do you think my questions were justified? As an
I think
arbitrator?
yeah, that you're talking about what you're interested in, what you want to understand the game is going to do.
Yeah, and that's my job, dude, is to make sure you understand. You're a part of this guild, so.
Hey, you're the emperor, you know.
Yes.
Close.
So let it be written, so let it be done.
That's what.
Call me Ramses the second, dude.
Ramses the second.
Yeah. But did anybody else have any questions right now? Wildman, I'm not kicking you out, so don't worry. That's all good. Oh, I heard you dropped off 400,000 water. What's up? What's
I
up?
hope you don't think any less of me for asking the question.
God, no. Don't worry about it. No, not at all. Not at all. 0%. I would tell you if I did. I have no problem telling people if they piss me off. So no, you're good. It's fine. Everything's cool. I'm happy you asked the questions. And it enabled me to, just like you said, to start thinking about it a little bit more as well. So it's all good. And think about what we're gonna do with Wildman. That's a quandary. That's a quandary. It's a quandary, dude. I don't know what to do with him. He's like a piece of gum on my shoe. I can't get him off.
No matter how much you
no,
scrape.
it's dog a poopy on my shoes.
Yeah, I did hear that you dropped off 400,000 water.
Oh.
Is that true?
I'm trying to think. Well, I've been running back and forth and dropping off water, but I don't think I did. 400,000. I've been doing 110,000 at a time.
Well,
How do you do that? How do you carry that much?
There's probably someone else that did that.
Wildman cheats.
No, I'm asking a serious question.
All right, sorry.
No, you put them in decaliters.
Denny Banana, thank you for the follow. La Mountain,
Oh, you can actually.
thank you for the follow. Tristan, thank you for the follow.
Some on your
Sorry,
person, but mostly you.
if you were listening to all that, I had to handle some
I'm just asking the mechanics.
head of the guild shit,
Know that. Okay.
and I wanted my total
Look
focus
at this.
focused on
100
them.
Spice melange. 120,000.
Totally not worth it, by the way. It's not. Now that last run I went on, remember they gave me a full cut, dude. They gave me 300 spice melange. That was dope.
300?
Yeah, 300 melange, dude. That was your boy
Spice
too.
melange. Oh my gosh.
Yeah, that was your boy solo on a solo campaign. That was your boy.
Oh, be darned.
I did do the hardest job, or the most risky job, but we didn't have thumpers, so I had to land my ornithopter and turn on my shield till the worm came. But I volunteered for that job, so they didn't force me to do that. So I got a full cut. Yeah, that's how we built the advanced survival fabricator and the large ore refinery, which I'm going to make an announcement about in guild chat. I would recommend Murkoff and along with everyone, if you're not paying close attention to the general chat, pay a little bit closer attention, because there's a lot of things just like that whole message that you could have read without me having to read it, or there's a lot of important things, like whether it's little resources here and there, like, oh, watch this video, it'll help you with this, or check this out, this will help you time chests, or whatever it is. There's a lot of stuff that gets dropped in general chat that's actually pretty useful outside of the standard banter back and forth. And what I do is I'll put I ping everyone, so it'll say add everyone. And let's say you don't want to go through the messages, just look at the pinned, just find the pinned messages, because anything important I pin. So as an example, that fucking message I just read from the creative director, I pinned that. So you can find all the important stuff in the pinned messages. And anyway, what I'm going to do is post a message before. Yeah, one second. What I'm going to do is post a message to everyone, because we're starting to get end game refineries, whether it's an end game chemical refinery, an end game survival fabricator, an end game ore refinery. We have all those. And what that means is, let's say you have to, this is important. If you need to process some aluminum, we can do it faster and cheaper here. And it is the guild base. So what I'm going to do is post a big message. That's why I want everybody to pay attention. That's going to have how it's done. We have chests that we made specifically for you to bring how much water you need, what resources you need, and we're going to charge a 5% tax, not for us, but for the guild. It's not going to go into Tacit's personal shit or anybody else's for that matter. It's going to go for a guild thing. And I'm going to write a long message to try to explain that as well as I can. But if you're not paying attention to the general chat, you're going to miss it. Okay, what was your question?
Wait a minute, that's my question. You know, I'm looking at, we're talking on Discord, right?
That's correct.
So, what general chat are you talking about?
The Eyes of Ibad general chat.
Unhinged general chat?
Wildman, can you assist him with this? I can, but I think you might be better suited for this.
What did you say? I'm sorry.
don't know where to go. Where do I even find this?
What are you talking about?
In Discord. He's talking about general.
I'm talking about the Eyes of Ebod general chat. Show him how to
Oh,
find it,
okay.
Wild Man.
Wait a minute.
So the
hold on a
general
second.
chat is just above.
Wait a minute. I'm scrolling. I'm at Eyes of iBad.
Yeah.
And I've got all 4 of us guys on it.
That's a voice channel. So help him, Wild Man.
Yeah. So the one just above it is Unhinged Eyes of iBad, and you have a drop down general chat.
Scroll up past the voice channels.
Yeah, I am. There's OHS.
Okay, hold on a second. Hold on. Let me get there. So.
Okay, I've got general chat. Oh, I see. Eyes of iBad, general chat. Okay.
Yeah.
There you go.
Okay.
And then if you go all the way to the top,
Okay.
let me show you where all the pinned messages are. It says Unhinged.
Wait a minute. I'm still getting to the top here. There must be a ton of messages here.
You don't need to scroll through it.
I'm sorry. You don't need to scroll through everything. It's just it's just open there.
Here.
It's open, right?
Wild Man,
Unhinged.
are you watching him? Is he streaming this? No.
No.
Okay, let me take over here. So you're inside the general chat of Eyes of Ebod, yes?
Yes.
No need to scroll. Do you see at the very top, it says general chat, and then there's an arrow pointing to the right? Top left corner.
Yeah, I see. Well, general chat.
You
My bad. General chat. Hold on. Oh, I just get that. General chat. General chat. Okay, I'm in it.
Okay.
This market's red. 25 plus new messages.
Okay, that's fine. You see at the top of that, at the top of what you're looking at, where it says general chat.
Right.
Yes?
Yes.
Okay. Now, sorry, you're doing this on PC, right?
Yes.
Okay. Now, if you move your eyes to your right, you're going to see a bell, and then you're going to see a pin. Am I right? At the top.
No. What I see is Eyes of iBad, and then to the right of that, general chat.
And then keep going to your right. Move your eyes to the right till you see a bell.
No bell. I can scroll through all the messages.
That's yeah. That's one thing, but there's a lot. It's more important that you see the pinned messages. I think it's there. I think you might be looking in the wrong spot. So you see Eyes of Ebod. Then to the right of that, you see general chat. Correct? At the top.
No, it's down below. Hold on a second. Maybe I'm in the wrong screen or something. Hold on. Let me go back to this. General chat. General chat, right?
That's right. General chat of Eyes of Ebod.
Okay, now I see the bell. Okay.
And then do you see the pin next to it?
Pin messages, yes.
Oh
Okay.
boy, you found
Here
it.
is. Yep.
There you go. That's what I wanted to do.
Okay, so you post messages.
I post the important shit there.
Okay, so I should look on that every day and see what you're saying.
I would do it. Yeah, I guess I didn't. I could have sworn I pinned that message. I apologize. I could have fucking sworn I did. Wildman must have unpinned it.
I don't. You've got a Funcom team, yeah. Message from the creative director of.
Yeah, I just pinned it. Just now I did.
Yeah.
So I didn't pin it before, but that's where I'll put the important shit. That's where I'm going to put the message I was just talking about, because I want everybody in the guild, and all the leadership wants everybody in the guild to start using these end-game refineries. Number one, because it's for the guild, and number two, because it's more efficient. It's more efficient in terms of time, in terms of how the resource cost, everything is better. So I'm going to post a big message about that, and then I will pin it. So those are the important shit. That's the important shit, is the pin messages. A lot of the other stuff is just banter back and forth, and you know, some of it's important, but anything really important will be in the pin messages. So if all you do is check that, you'll have the information you need.
Okay.
Now,
You know, like I told you earlier, you know, I'm a neophyte in Discord, so that's
it's fine.
This is all new to me.
It's fine. I'm not upset. I'm not annoyed. It's fine. If you don't know how to do something, you don't know how to do it.
You are annoyed, but it is.
No, dude, my annoyance is probably like 5%, because I have to remember, if you don't know something, you don't know something. I can't get mad. I can't be annoyed with you if you don't know how to do something. If you do know how to do it and you're just not listening, which isn't happening, then I could be annoyed. But no, I'm not really annoyed at all. I may sound like I'm annoyed, but I'm not. I'm just a naturally aggressive person.
You already said you're the controller of the family, right?
Well, I'm Ramses the second, man.
Okay, you got an
Yeah.
A-plus personality.
and Ramses, if you've seen the movie, Ramses isn't the nicest guy in the world.
No, he's not.
Moses is a little bit nicer. Nah, Ramses is an asshole. I'm not Ramses. I don't like Ramses. He's a dumbass too.
Did you see the version with Yul Brynner in it?
Dude, of course. That's what other version is there?
Yeah, of course. Yeah, Charlton Heston and.
Yeah, of course. I have an old soul, man. So I do. I have an old soul. So I get along. I've seen all this shit. Ann Baxter, fucking Vincent Price is in that mother. Vincent Price plays Baca, the slave master that Moses kills. And you're not allowed to kill an Egyptian, so he runs. Even though he's an Egyptian prince, so it shouldn't be a problem. But he's also a Jew masquerading as an Egyptian prince, so I get it.
You know, a lot of people didn't pick that up
About what?
About Vincent Price.
Oh, yeah. Yeah. How could you, I mean, he's younger, and he doesn't have the...
A lot of people didn't know because, you know, he was like the, you know...
Horror guy.
Horror, diabolical...
Yeah. No, I know. But, yeah, I've seen the Ten Commandments so many times I could quote the whole movie.
I've only seen it like twice.
No. It's a tradition. My family watches it every year, and then after I watch it, you know, I kind of get obsessed with it, so I'll watch it a bunch because I really love it. I love that movie. You know, it's so good.
Charlton Heston was a great actor.
He's my man. I love Charlton Heston. Obviously, Ben-Hur and Ten Commandments, but
God, Ben-Hur. That was the first time I ever saw him was Ben-Hur. I was just a kid watching that, and I was like mesmerized.
Yeah, me too. The first time I saw it, I watched it on my own. For the first time, actually, you know, I'd seen parts of it, but actually watching it on my own, I was a little kid, and I got the VHS or the DVD, whatever it was, and it was the first movie I'd ever watched in my life that I didn't want to end. I'm like, what happens next? And the movie ends. And it was the first time I'd ever experienced that in my life. So I'm a big Ben-Hur fan. But what about, what's the circus movie he did? Same director, man. Fucking, he did a circus movie.
That's Cecil B. DeMille.
Yeah. Or maybe it was the guy who did Ben-Hur. What's the circus movie? It's like all around.
Well, there's Auto Predator. Those are the two biggies back then.
Circus movie, Charlton Heston. I'll just look it up. That's why we have the internet. Charlton Heston. The Greatest Show on Earth.
Yeah.
The Greatest Show on Earth.
That one.
Okay, I say William Wilder, but I haven't looked. Because William Wilder is the guy who directed.
I bet you're right.
Let's see. It's Cecil B. DeMille, so I was wrong.
Oh, it was Cecil B.
Yeah.
Okay, I told you.
Yeah, you were right. You're right. But then he also did great movies later in his career, like The Omega Man.
That was the craziest movie
I love that film. Soylent Green. I love Soylent Green too.
Soylent Green, the Omega Man, all those guys. Yeah, what was it? They were praying to the god missile.
Oh yeah. I forgot about that. It's been a while since I've seen it. You know, they remade it as I Am Legend, which is the story that it's originally based off. It's more modern for sure. It's got a similar storyline, only to the point of guys, the last guy left alive kind of thing. But it's pretty different. It's, you know, I mean, there's a lot of late 60s shit going on in that film that you wouldn't see today. More like, you know, like the Batman TV show kind of stuff that you wouldn't see. But, yeah, Adam West. And what's the other guy's name? Burt,
I don't know.
who played Robin? Anyway. Cesar Romero's still my favorite Joker. That's my man's. Love Cesar Romero as the Joker.
Come on.
He's the best, man.
Who was the guy that died?
Heath Ledger, he was good.
Heath Ledger, yeah.
He was great. He was great. But Cesar Romero had that something, dude. He had that something. That, for me, anyway. But they remade it with Will Smith called I Am Legend. And it's okay. It's okay.
That was... Really?
Yep. Yeah. It's okay.
I've never seen that movie, so I don't know.
It's all right. It's not great. It's not shit. It's good enough to watch. It's worth watching, but it's not as good as the Omega Man. Mega Man had more character.
That was classic.
Yeah, exactly. But Soylent Green is good,
Science fiction.
which I am. Soylent Green was great. You know, they're people. Soylent Green is people.
Yes, I'll never forget that.
Yeah. Yeah, he's all pissed off. What's funny is, you know, I'm younger, right?
Eating our own people.
I'm younger, and sometimes I'll drop some of these references around the younger crowd, and they'll look at me like I'm fucking from Mars because they have no idea what I'm talking about.
Well, I watched these videos with these first, what do they call them, first views or on music, you know.
Oh, reactions.
Reactions, that's what they call them. And I'm amazed that they've never even heard.
I bet 70% of it is bullshit. Meaning,
Gotta be.
it's bullshit. Yeah, how the fuck haven't you heard, like everybody's heard Living on a Prayer is a perfect example.
Heard Stairway to Heaven.
Well, you got to understand, I can understand Stairway to Heaven in a certain age group, but I see people posting shit about like Living on a Prayer by Bon Jovi, which is even more ubiquitous. It's not a better song, but it's certainly more ubiquitous in our culture than Stairway to Heaven. You hear it everywhere.
Bon Jovi was, I don't know, how many millions of people were following that guy. Jeez.
Yeah, well, you know, all you got to do is write a song like that, man.
Making music and stuff.
He blew out his voice for good this time. He's done for.
Was he?
Yeah, I mean, unless his voice comes back. And let me tell you, man, his voice hasn't been good for 10, 15 years at least. I mean, it's been not just not good, it's been like, brother, it's time to hang it up.
Springsteen. Yeah.
Springsteen can still sing. No, I disagree, man. Springsteen can still sing. He can still sing. He may not sing like he did on Born to Run, but he was 27 when he made Born to Run, man. Nobody sounds like they did 50 years on, however old he is, 45 years on.
Well, hey, Celine Dion did. I mean, her voice did not change much.
Yeah, but she wasn't a rock singer either. A rock singer performs night after night. Celine Dion takes 3-4 days off between performances.
That's true.
But I'm not even a huge Bruce Springsteen fan, but I still think I'd go see him in a listen to Bon Jovi sing and you'll know what I'm talking about. You'll be like, oh, goddamn.
I haven't listened to anything current.
It's bad. It's bad. It's real bad. It's embarrassing. It's embarrassing to watch. And I feel bad for him, you know? But everybody gets older. He made all the money. What else do you want, man?
Yeah, well.
He lived a badass life, got to see the world. Every girl in the world wanted to sleep with him. He sold millions of records. I mean, he lived the dream. What else, you know? It's got to stop at some point, brother, you know?
Okay, you're making me jealous here, okay?
I mean,
yeah, some people have it, most of us don't.
yeah. And that's life, baby.
Yeah.
That's,
yeah, that's crazy.
but I love Bon Jovi.
Yeah, Bon Jovi was great in his day.
Yeah.
But you know, the people that you know, the music of today is just so different than what it was like in
Yeah.
the 70s, 80s,
I
even
know.
early 90s. It's just totally different. Even the way they sing is different. You understand what I'm saying?
Totally.
It's always like this. They're having trouble breathing while they sing.
Yeah, well, it's because breathy singers, it's like, listen to Marilyn Monroe sing. Marilyn Monroe could not sing, by the way.
Right.
But if you listen to her sing in those movies, she does that really breathy, happy birthday, you know, and it hides the fact that you can't sing. So that's why a lot of the singers of today do that, because they can't sing. Now, one thing I will say is Wildman had a picture of John Bon Jovi, a poster of John Bon Jovi in his room when he was growing up. Isn't that right, Wildman?
Nope.
Yeah, you did. With his shirt off. With his shirt off. You told me. You told me. Wildman told me he had a picture of John Bon Jovi with no shirt on.
So funny.
He told me.
Look, if you said Farrah Fawcett, I would agree.
Farrah Fawcett was hot, for sure. She was hot. The funny thing is like, the guy style changes more than the girls. Like, I've asked girls, like, do you think, you know, I've shown them a picture, I don't know if I've shown them a picture of John Bon Jovi, but, like, do you think this guy's good looking? They're like, no. When I can't, like, Charlie Sheen is an example. Like, when Charlie Sheen in the 80s, I've shown girls a picture of Charlie Sheen when he's, like, at his peak. And they're like, no, not really. And then you show a guy a picture of, like, Audrey Hepburn, and they're, oh, yeah, she's fucking hot. So it's weird how girls see it a little differently than guys. I've always found that interesting. Like the...
You're a psychologist.
I think, well, I do understand it to an extent, but I'm not going to talk about it on stream. Because it enters areas that people don't want to talk about. It enters truths. It's not even areas. It's just there's inconvenient truths that people don't want to listen to.
Hey, men are from Mars and women are from Venus.
And where's Wildman from? It never gets old. I can't help it. Just when I say to myself, I'm not going to crack on Wildman anymore, another one comes up and I'm like, oh, I got to crack on Wildman. I swear to God, man, I was like, I'm not going to crack on Wildman at all today, especially after my friend said I go too hard on him. And then I can't help it. I can't help it. I can't help it.
It's kind of like the Three Stooges, you know?
Yeah, I just wish people would give me shit more. Like, nobody, I don't get enough shit.
Come on, Larry.
Yeah, I want more, dude. I wish people would be a little more, like, I don't know, hit me with some good ones, you know? I'm trying to hear some good ones. But I'm trying to figure out, so we built a couple chests inside the guild base. It's like the last thing I'm going to do, then I'm going to hop off. There's nothing really to do.
Wait a minute.
What's up?
The guild base? Because I don't see it on my map.
It's open to you for sure. I think. Hold on. If it's not, I'm pretty sure I can make you an associate. I just need to find the... Maybe he's got to... I could have sworn we made everybody... But I put Zerchek in charge of that, and maybe because... I don't know. Give me a second.
Hold on. I haven't... I'm looking all around. I've got everything opened up.
So it's... You would be looking...
There's
Here.
a thing called...
Hold on.
Authorized base.
I
DPR sub beef concept.
I got an idea, man. We're gonna fix it right now. I'm gonna send you an invite to a party. Accept the party invite. You'll see my icon on screen and head towards the icon. Help him out, wild man.
Where's the? How do I accept a party invite? Wait a minute. I'm just in my regular screen, so how do I see that?
Okay, so
thank you, wild man.
Trying
Thank you.
to invite somebody?
I invited him.
Oh, okay.
Where is that?
Push P.
Oh, I have to push P. I see the party. Okay, party invites. Yeah, okay, decimate. So I actually have to push P before I see it. Okay. Okay, what do I do now? Invite.
Accept
no,
it.
says, no, it's come up. Said just read. Give me all these options. Oh, I did it. Oh, I see.
Oh, you did it. No, let's see how far you are from me. Oh, you're not even that far from me, man.
Well, wait a minute. Let me look at my map. Where are you?
Well, look at the top of your go to your game screen where you're playing the game, and look at the top, and you'll see a number 1 up there. It says I'm 2,427 meters away from you.
Wait a minute. Hold on.
Here, I'll come pick you up, dude. I'll pick you up in my fucking limousine.
Oh, hell
No,
no.
I want to show you my limousine anyway. Where'd you go? Oh, I see you. I'm coming.
You said you're right next to me. Why can't I see you?
Well, I'm close to you. I'm 2,000 meters from you, which is not that far.
It's 2 kilometers, but I should see you on my screen, and I don't see you.
Well, right now, because I'm not close enough to you, the only place you can see me is at the top, where I told you, where the compass is.
Oh, I see you coming now. Yeah.
Yes. Now you're gonna see Big Daddy. I'm gonna give you a lift. I'm gonna give you a lift over here too.
Well, why can't I see you? I mean, I've got all this mapped out. I see this feed console. It says Arco. Is that the base?
Well, all of them say that. So I'm gonna take you there. Make sure that you can see it. All right, hold on. I'm landing. Give me a second. I have to I think I have to give you permissions for this. Then you should be able to hop in. Let's see. Manage vehicle. Murkoff. Edit permissions. Wildman of the Desert. Owner of the buggy. Fuck that! Okay. Alright, you should be able to... Once I get in, you should be able to...
I can enter. Yeah.
Okay, cool.
Not entered. Wait a minute. I'm on top.
He said I can enter. Okay, by the way.
Wait a minute.
I know, I'm trying to land the fucking thing.
Why am I on top?
Because you didn't do it right. I'm gonna stay landing. Then you should press E.
Yeah, I'm pressing E.
All right, you're in.
What chopper am I in right now?
Chopper? This is an assault.
Oh, okay, assault. How many does it carry?
The way I have it set up right now, which is for humanitarian purposes, it can carry 4.
Okay, for people like me, thank you.
Yeah, man. You're welcome.
I'm being humble here.
If you're being humble, I wonder what I'm being. All right, I'm taking you to the guild base now. Now, it should show up on your map for you, but if it doesn't, then we'll fix it.
Wait a minute. No, there's nothing.
Okay, we're not there yet.
So you're coming in to the base?
We will be shortly.
Yeah, there's nothing here.
Please The non-smoking sign is on. Please fasten your seatbelts.
That's good for you. I don't smoke.
Did you ever?
Yeah, I did, but I quit when I was 23.
I quit when I was 7.
Bullshit. Can you smoke in a submarine, by the way?
We could at the time, but we rarely did. I gotta give you oh man, I gotta tell you one time. I had a stogie from Cuba. I had a Cuban cigar. I'll tell you sometime when it's just
Yeah. Now you should be able to get out. Do you see this base?
No, I don't see the base, and I'm getting out. Okay.
You
I'm
don't.
in the base.
You're in the base. Then.
No, I'm not even in the
Yes,
base.
you are. I'm looking at you. You got it. You're in. Get out. Get out of my assault ornithopter. Get out. Get out.
I'm hitting E. Exit vehicle. I'm not exiting.
Maybe you need to hold it.
I'm holding it. It's not letting me out.
Okay, we'll try something different. It could be.
You don't like me, do you?
Well, what gave you that impression? Okay, so try now. If you can't get out, then it's definitely a user error now.
It's not letting me out.
All right.
Exit vehicle and not letting me out.
Yeah. There's a way out, I promise. I have never sat in it.
That's Sylvester Stallone movie. What was it? Where he was some prisoner or something, right?
Oh yeah, in the 80s. Yeah, I know that one. Yeah, where they're fucking rebuilding the car.
Yeah, doing something. I don't know.
And the guy fucking breaks down the car, and isn't he like a warden or something going in like to see bad prison conditions? Is Robert Redford in that shit too, or is that a different one?
That's a different one.
Okay.
Okay, I can't get out. I keep hitting E, and it's.
Do you know how to share your screen, man?
No. Don't even try that.
Yeah. Okay.
This
Fuck
is
it.
another
Fuck
bug.
that. Are you sure it's a bug?
Look, I'm hitting E over and over.
Like.
Oh, and I'm letting it go through it, you know, and it just says, okay, you're still there. Maybe if I hit interactions. Why don't you sit down there? Let me hit interactions.
Hold E.
I'm holding it.
Keep holding it. Weird. I'm serious. No, hey, you're on the ground, man. You're on the ground. I'm not ejecting you. If I wanted to eject you, I would eject myself and just follow it and watch you fucking fly into the worm. Okay, party. We're in a party. Edit permissions. Okay, we're gonna try some. I'm gonna make you a co-owner. Now you should be able to get out, man, for sure.
Dude, this is a bug.
Okay,
It's not letting me out.
hold F.
Let me do F. That's what I said.
Hold.
Let's try, wait a minute. Hold on. I'm getting it to enter passenger seat.
No, enter driver's seat.
You want me to enter driver?
Yes, I do.
Taking over command.
Enter. Okay, now press E.
There we go. Okay.
Nice.
Yes. No problem can escape tacit mortem, dude. All right. Now I just need to edit permissions because,
Okay. You need to report that. That's definitely a bug.
man, I'm not reporting shit. Do you realize the time that takes? You can report it. I'm not reporting. Okay, now.
The base.
Okay,
Wait a
good.
minute.
Now, do me a favor.
I still don't see the base on my map. It's not there.
All right, give me a second. I don't know where he fucking put the console. Maybe, I don't know if I can do it from here. I may have to find the console. Give me a second.
This is a big base.
Yeah, it is. But it's the guild base. Okay, guild access level. Yeah, I'm going to have to fucking find where he put the... Oh, I know where he put it. He put it right here. Ha 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 ha. Here, man, I'll drop some water for you. Come over here.
No, I got plenty of water. I'm not worried about that.
All right, manage permissions. Oh, it's because you're not an associate, man. Now you can see it for sure. Check your map now. You know what? He was in charge of adding the associates, so he just didn't add you.
You know, for years, my name, my moniker, in games was my name is Nobody. It's been like that ever since World of Warcraft.
Here, come in here. Yeah, you can't come in here. I know. This is my room. This is my private room.
Prudence door.
And this I can't get in. This is Zerchek's private room, but everything else you have access to. Right?
Man, I don't take anything from the guild.
Come over here. Come over. No, come over here for real. So we have a chest right here, right outside here. This big chest here, right there. It has, this is all kinds of extra stuff. This is all for the guild, all of it. So if you want any of this stuff, you can have it.
Yeah, well, I've got all that stuff. So
You got it all, huh?
well, not all of it, but...
You got a Holtzman Shield Mark V?
Oh, no, I don't.
Oh, I see.
Where's that?
Well, you got to look, brother.
There is a...
There's some good shit. There's some good shit in here. That's why I told you to look at it.
Maybe I'll take that.
Take it. That's what it's there for.
Okay, I'll take that one.
Take as much as you want. As much as you want. All this stuff.
I don't like doing that.
Well, that's why we have this fucking thing here. There's a nice schematic here. I think it's a piece of shit, but you might like it. We got these suspensor belts are kind of shit. You might like this sword. Do you have an adept sword?
Yeah, I've got one.
Let's see. The only other thing that might be cool is the Vulcan, which is a Gatling gun down at the bottom.
No, I don't use them, so not interested.
Well, there you go. This is the spot, and now the guild base should be on your map. I'm hopping off for the night.
Okay. How do I get back to where I need to go?
Oh, I took you over here, didn't I? Do you have an ornithopter?
Yeah, but I don't have it on. I don't think.
All right, let's go. I'll take you back to your base.
Wait a minute. I might have it on me. Oh. Good. Gotta get out of here. Got all these places blocked off. Okay.
There's 2 rooms in this whole
yeah,
big
I got
thing.
my ornithopter.
All right,
Good.
you're good.
Yep.
All right.
Thank you, Tacit.
Yeah, man.
Thank you for all the explanation tonight. I appreciate it.
Yeah, man. You're welcome.
I'm sure everybody else listening did also. So.
Yeah, you're welcome. Not a problem. You're part of the guild. You deserve explanations. Come on, man. Let's fly. Go.
Wait a minute.
Yeah. All right. I'm going to see you off. I've seen you off. See you later, buddy.
Yeah, take care.
All right, chat. I'm hopping off for the night. There's just not that much to do right now. Tomorrow will be better because the Coriolis storm's coming in, and I want to do deep desert stuff. And if you stuck around for a lot of that, you'll see that some of the other guilds are ready for deep desert stuff, but we're getting close. Anyway, I love y'all. Appreciate y'all. Thank y'all for hanging out. All the likes, all the follows. If you haven't already, if you're on YT, please make sure to subscribe. If you're on TikTok, please make sure and follow. If you're on Rumble, please make sure and follow. Wherever you're at, follow, like, share, subscribe. It all helps out the stream. Love y'all. Appreciate y'all. Peace.